talked too much online, and my childhood sweetheart showed up at my door. The young girl Chenxi, plagued by social anxiety, found it difficult to converse with strangers in real life. The internet became her haven, a place where she could speak freely. In a group chat, she could talk with others who shared her interests or even post some wildly outrageous comments. One day, as usual, after making a post in the chat, she went to grab the takeout left at her doorstep. To her surprise, a stunningly beautiful older woman was already waiting there. "Hey, cutie, I've come to see you. Aren't you going to invite me in for a chat?" Chapter 1, Caught in the Act. Trash tilde everyone in this group is just trash tilde deny it all you want, I won't accept arguments from trash. After finishing her drawing, the girl opened the group chat to relax a bit and chat with her online friends while waiting for her takeout to arrive. Weakling Chenxi is chatting again. Hurry up and call me hubby. Better yet, say it in voice chat. No way. I'm not calling you that. If anything, you should call me hubby, by meow meow. You're the real weakling here. Oh, so you're not calling. Fine, I still have my fish dry wife to keep me company. Wife, come chat with me. At Dryfish. As Dryfish appeared and called by meow meow hubby, the group chat's atmosphere grew lively. Conversations shifted, memes flourished, and the chat became more amusing by the second. By the way, where's Dove? Haven't seen her in days. Did someone turn her into soup or something? No clue. After her last novel flopped and landed her in the penalty box, she said she needed a break to reset her mindset. Then she disappeared. Maybe she really did get made into soup. This chat group was a fan club for a struggling author named Dove. Although her popularity wasn't high and the group wasn't very large, everyone got along well, sharing life stories and teasing Dove, the adorable weakling of the group. Forget about Dove. Let us get back to our earlier topic. She's a grown adult, she won't get herself lost. And if she does, well, that just proves she's as weak and dumb as we've been saying. In just a few sentences, the group seamlessly returned to their earlier light-hearted discussions, with the banter turning even spicier, perfect inspiration for Chenxi's art. The girls in the group either were openly into Yuri or were headed in that direction. Conversations sometimes got a bit over the top, with everyone trying to get the others to call them hubby. After chatting for a while longer, Chenxi checked her takeout app and saw there were still 10 minutes left. Deciding to stretch a bit while waiting, she stood up only to see a new notification tagging her as a weakling. That was unacceptable. She sat back down and launched a fierce typing war with her groupmates. Aren't all of you weaklings except me? What are you fighting over? Weakling Chenxi, shut up. Everyone knows by meow meow, I'm the boss of this group. You're all my weakling wives. No arguments allowed. The post was accompanied by an image of a smug girl. Shut up, weakling by meow meow. I still have screenshots of you admitting you're the weakling. Want me to share them? Others chimed in, each denying they were weaklings while accusing the others of being one, all in a bid to secure their place in the group's hierarchy. Eventually, they concluded that the weakest of all was Dove, who wasn't even present to defend herself. Her soft personality and the cute, pitiful memes she posted made her the perfect target. And since she wasn't there, the decision was unanimous. When the conversation finally died down, Chenxi's takeout had arrived. Feeling hungry, she went to grab it from the doorstep. It was a hot August day, so she slipped on a light outfit before opening the door. Living alone with no nearby neighbors, she didn't worry much about appearances. If it weren't for the chance of an unexpected encounter, she wouldn't have bothered dressing at all. Air conditioning and blankets were much more comfortable. Cooking? She had tried it before but gave up, finding takeout more convenient. No dishes to wash, and for a small tip, the delivery driver would even take out her trash. She had enough savings to live comfortably this way for the rest of her life. After unpacking her food and finding a good video to accompany her meal, Chenxi began to eat. This meat is amazing. No wonder I keep ordering from this place. The video is pretty entertaining, too. My choice of dinner content never disappoints. A few videos later, the meal was finished. She tied it up, threw the trash into a bag, and set it aside for the next delivery driver to take out. Reopening the group chat, she skimmed through the earlier messages to see if she missed anything fun. Oh, Dove's back. And she has a new novel in the works. Fingers crossed it doesn't land her in the penalty box again. Looks like we have a new member, a girl. Let us welcome her with hugs and make her call us hubby. Bullying newbies is the best. The newbie turned out to be a bit aggressive, refusing to become Chenxi's wife and instead trying to make her say hubby. How bold. Still, such antics were par for the course in this group. No way Chenxi would agree to that. She unleashed her arsenal of memes and sarcastic comments in a private chat. Trash newbie. You think you can make me call you hubby? Please. I have endless memes to deal with the likes of you. Newbies are so naive. Satisfied, she returned to the group chat, resuming her sparring with By Meow Meow and Dry Fish. Although By Meow Meow's meme collection was vast, Chenxi wasn't one to back down, especially with Dove around as an easy target. After another round of chatting, Chenxi took a break to exercise. A light workout, some slow jogging on the treadmill, or even rolling around on her bed usually did the trick. After a leisurely 2-kilometer jog, she was ready for a shower. Her routine was well planned: eat when hungry, sleep when tired, and wake up naturally. It was a far cry from the chaotic schedules others lived by. She ordered another meal before showering, ensuring it would arrive just as she finished. As she stepped out of the bathroom, she heard a knock. Your delivery is here. I've left it by your door. Please give me a 5-star review. She waited a few minutes to make sure the driver had left before opening the door. But when she did, she found a stranger holding her takeout. A beautiful girl stood there, blocking the doorway. Don't be in such a hurry to close the door, the stranger said, stopping her attempt. I spent quite some time getting here. Aren't you going to invite me in? The stranger held up her phone, showing a chat log. If you want me to call you hubby, sure, just come to my house and make me obey. Then, I'll do anything you want. Chenxi froze. She had only been joking, but this person had actually tracked her down. How did she even find the address? You're not saying anything. I'll take that as an invitation. Excuse me for intruding. Before Chenxi could react, the stranger stepped inside and closed the door behind her. Now, what was she going to do? Call the police? Chapter 2, she seems to have forgotten me. Faced with the unfamiliar girl standing before her, Chenxi couldn't hide her fear. It wasn't just her social anxiety causing the unease, though that alone made interacting with strangers difficult, but the fact that this person had shown up at her home because of a few reckless words she typed online. Chenxi truly feared what might happen next. Seeing Chenxi's obvious nervousness, the girl suddenly stepped closer, her tone teasing. Wow, I didn't expect you to be such a little cutie. Weren't you super bold and mighty online? Why aren't you saying anything now? Could it be you're hoping I'll turn you into the version of yourself from those pictures you shared? Chenxi froze. Most of the images she had sent were far from serious. Judging by the girl's behavior, she might actually go through with it or worse. Don't come any closer. If you take one more step, I'll call the police. Chenxi retreated several steps, clutching her phone and preparing to dial. She hadn't thought her casual banter would lead to this. Clearly, this wasn't a normal person, and the only solution she could think of was to involve the authorities. Typical weakling Chenxi, the girl sneered. All bark online, but in real life, you resort to calling the cops to protect yourself. Relax, I'm not here to do anything illegal, she continued with a smirk. I'm not that dumb. I'm just curious, how does someone like you, who is clearly so timid, get the courage to act so cocky online? Aren't you afraid someone might actually come looking for you? Well, has someone already come looking for me? Chenxi muttered weakly. If she had known this would happen, she never would have joked around or sent those pictures. She should be lying comfortably in bed, enjoying her late-night snack, not trembling in fear before a stranger. That's true, the girl admitted with a playful shrug. Honestly, I just wanted to see what kind of person would talk to me like that. Turns out, it's an adorable little girl. So should I teach you a lesson? After all, you might not be so lucky next time. Don't you dare. Chenxi's voice shook as she tried to sound brave. Relax, I won't do anything too crazy. Just a tiny lesson to make sure someone as cute as you doesn't end up in real trouble one day. Without further warning, the girl casually opened Chenxi's takeout bag. The aroma of fried chicken filled the room, and Chenxi couldn't help but swallow nervously. Wow, so many chicken nuggets. Too bad they are mine now. They taste amazing. Chenxi could only watch helplessly as the girl devoured the chicken nuggets one by one, even drinking the soda that came with them. After finishing, she licked her fingers with exaggerated satisfaction, as if to mock Chenxi further. It was too much. But Chenxi didn't dare resist. She could only hope that, after stealing her dinner, the girl wouldn't do anything more. You're trembling, the girl remarked, amused. What, still worried I'll do something bad? I already told you I'm not that kind of person. Your punishment is over now. Even as the girl spoke, Chenxi remained on guard. She had read enough stories and comics to know how scenes like this could play out, and she wasn't about to become the protagonist of some tragic tale. I'm leaving now, cutie, the girl announced, standing and dusting off her clothes. She headed for the door, but just as Chenxi began to relax, the girl turned back with a mischievous smile. Oh, by the way, the takeout I ordered for you should be here soon. Don't forget to pick it up. And be careful when you do. Someone might just snatch you away if you're not careful. My name is Suzhouwan, by the way. I'll see you tomorrow, little cutie. Don't forget to rest well tonight. And if you need anything, feel free to message me privately. The door closed behind her, leaving Chenxi staring blankly at the spot where Suzhouwan had just stood. What just happened? She came to my house, ate my dinner, and then left, but not before ordering me more food. None of this makes any sense. Minutes later, a knock on the door signaled the arrival of her replacement meal. A chicken combo. There's so much more food than I ordered earlier. How am I supposed to finish this? But since it's meant to make up for what I lost, I guess I'll take it. Elsewhere. She's just as adorable as I remember, Suzhouwan murmured, looking thoughtfully at her phone. She hasn't changed much in all these years, except maybe getting a bit taller and shyer. It's been so long. It's normal for her not to recognize me. At least I've reintroduced myself now. Maybe in a few days, she'll start to remember. I'll visit her again tomorrow. I'd like to see if I can help her with anything. Ending the call, Suzhouwan gazed at her phone's wallpaper, a photo of two middle schoolers. One, grinning brightly, looked remarkably like Chenxi, while the other, shy and blushing, was harder to identify. You haven't changed, still so cute after all these years. But I've grown up, and I look different now. No wonder you didn't recognize me. That's okay. I can't wait to see your expression when you finally figure out who I am. It'll be priceless. Switching to another account, the one she used to chat with Chenxi for years as a close online friend, she typed a quick message. Hey, Chenxi. I'm on vacation near your place. I'll drop by tomorrow with some gifts. Hope you'll like them. Chapter 3, Suzhouwan's return visit. Morning Sunshine, who was happily enjoying her midnight snack, suddenly received a message from a friend. The friend mentioned that it had been a long time since their last meeting and expressed a desire to visit her, even bringing along a gift. Their last meeting was years ago, and Morning Sunshine didn't have a clear memory of what her friend looked like. She vaguely recalled that he had been a shy and delicate-looking boy back then. Now, he was likely a cheerful and handsome young man. Since their conversations rarely touched on personal details, she didn't know much about him apart from his nickname, which she had used so often that she had forgotten his actual name. Most of her impressions of him came from their chats. She certainly hadn't expected her childhood friend to actually be a girl. Initially, she wanted to decline the visit, asking her friend to come the day after tomorrow instead. However, recalling that Suzhouwan was also planning to visit the next day, she agreed to her friend's request. She even sent her location to make it easier to find her place. She reasoned that if Suzhouwan and her friend arrived together, it would be less likely for anything unsettling to happen. Having more people around might keep things in check. What she didn't realize was that Suzhouwan was her friend. The two visitors were actually one and the same person. Feeling smug about her clever arrangement, Morning Sunshine remained blissfully unaware of the situation. That night, she refrained from posting anything too outrageous in her chat group. Suzhouwan's unexpected visit had taught her a small lesson. After chatting briefly, she went to bed early. The next morning, Morning Sunshine, who had woken up early, planned to order breakfast delivery before brushing her teeth and washing her face. Just as she was about to place the order, Suzhouwan sent her a message, asking what she wanted for breakfast and offering to bring it along on the way free of charge. Su even sent her a menu photo to help her decide. I already ordered breakfast, so there's no need to trouble you. Just eat your own breakfast, she replied. She didn't want to accept Su Zhouwan's unsolicited kindness. After all, yesterday's delivery had only been her compensation for Su eating her food first. Since their relationship was still at the just met stage, keeping a little distance seemed more appropriate. All right, then. I'll come over soon, Su Zhouwan replied before going quiet. Presumably, she was busy eating her breakfast. Morning Sunshine headed off to freshen up and waited for her delivery to arrive. Sometime later, there was a knock at the door. Morning Sunshine, I'm here. Is that your breakfast at the door? It looks like quite a lot. Leave my breakfast alone. Don't you dare touch it. In her panic, Morning Sunshine flung open the door, ready to stop Su Zhouwan from taking her food, only to realize that her delivery hadn't even arrived yet. Instead, Su was casually eating her own breakfast. You're so full of energy. Your breakfast hasn't arrived yet. Want a bun to tide you over? They are quite tasty, and I think you'll like them. Morning Sunshine intended to refuse, but Su's enjoyment of the buns made them look incredibly appetizing. After a moment of hesitation, she took one. Just so you know, I'm only borrowing these buns to fill my stomach. Once my breakfast arrives, I'll pay you back. Sure thing. But aren't you going to let me in? Standing at the door feels a bit awkward, doesn't it? Since she had just accepted Su's buns, it felt impolite to leave her standing outside. Reluctantly, Morning Sunshine invited her in. There's no tea at home, but if you don't mind, here's something that technically counts as milk tea. It should suffice. Morning Sunshine made 2 cups of milk tea, placing one in front of Su for easy access. She sipped her own milk tea while nibbling on the buns to avoid choking. Forgot you had soy milk too. The milk tea is a bit hot, so I'll let it cool down. If you don't want the milk tea, you can have the soy milk from my delivery when it arrives. No need. Milk tea is fine. I'll finish the soy milk later, Su replied with a smile. The next few minutes passed quietly. Morning Sunshine didn't initiate any conversation, and Su Zhouwan, still eating, didn't press her to speak. The doorbell rang, and Morning Sunshine eagerly went to answer it. Here's your order. Enjoy your meal, said the delivery person, handing over the food. Relieved, she returned inside. Oh, it's just my breakfast. I thought it might be. Never mind. Morning Sunshine sighed internally. Being alone with Su Zhouwan felt so uncomfortable. She silently urged her friend to arrive quickly and rescue her from the awkward situation. Handing back the leftover buns, she offered Su some of her flatbread, which was quite delicious but limited in quantity. If you like it, you can get some yourself later. It's pretty good, she suggested. After splitting her food with Su, Morning Sunshine eagerly dove into her own meal. Take your time. I'm not going to steal your food. No need to stuff your mouth like that. You're not a hamster, you know. Her comment disrupted Morning Sunshine's eating rhythm, causing her to choke. Su immediately handed over her own half-drunk milk tea to help. Thanks. I almost thought I'd choke to death. Looks like I accidentally finished your milk tea, though. Let me give you the soy milk instead. Since the soy milk hadn't been touched, it seemed like a fair trade. She didn't want to brew another cup of milk tea. Su waved it off with a smile, saying she didn't mind. Her breakfast was nearly finished, so having or not having a drink wasn't a big deal. But, as Su watched Morning Sunshine drink from the milk tea, she realized something. The spot Morning Sunshine drank from was exactly where she had sipped earlier. Did this count as an indirect kiss? What's wrong? Why are you staring at me while I'm eating? Is there something on my face? No, I just think you look cute. Can't I admire you a little? But if it bothers you, I'll keep admiring you anyway, Su replied matter-of-factly, her words tinged with mischief. Morning Sunshine flushed slightly, unsure how to respond. She could only pray her friend would arrive soon. She wasn't sure how much longer she could endure this. Chapter 4, A childhood friend is actually a girl. After observing Chenxi for a while, Su Zhouwan stopped staring and took out her phone, seemingly messaging someone. Chenxi breathed a small sigh of relief. Being watched intently while eating made her uncomfortable. Now, she could finally finish her breakfast without feeling so uneasy. Once breakfast was over, Chenxi gathered the packaging and trash together, bundling it for easy disposal when the next delivery person arrived. Normally, after breakfast, she would lounge on her bed, chat online, or draw for a while. But with Su Zhouwan in her home, she was at a bit of a loss. After much hesitation, she finally decided to ask why Su Zhouwan had come over. So, why did you visit today? It can't just be to check if I've had breakfast, right? Of course not. How could I come just for that? But do you really have no memory of me? I even brought you a gift this time. Su Zhouwan felt that Chenxi seemed to treat her like a stranger and was even slightly apprehensive around her. This made Su Zhouwan feel protective. Wanting to bridge the gap and warm up their relationship, she decided to break the ice and increase their sense of closeness. A gift? Chenxi looked confused. A somewhat unusual girl had brought her a gift. And she seemed vaguely familiar? But Chenxi couldn't recall knowing any girls in real life. She didn't connect Su Zhouwan with her online friend. After all, her impression of that friend was a shy boy who blushed easily. There was no way he could be this girl in front of her. Chenxi's mind was completely stuck at this point. The doorbell rang, and Su Zhouwan glanced at Chenxi before going to answer the door. She returned moments later, carrying a giant plush teddy bear and several gift boxes. I think I made a good choice. This teddy bear is about your size, Chenxi. You can hug it to sleep at night. It'll be so warm and cozy in the winter, Su Zhouwan said as she placed the plush bear next to Chenxi for comparison. These are also gifts for you, just some small accessories. Open them up and see if you like them. Still in a daze, Chenxi stared at Su Zhouwan in disbelief but couldn't muster any words. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, Su Zhouwan began. The friend you've been chatting with for years? That was me. The one who showed up yesterday because of your teasing? Also me. Both accounts were mine. I even left my name as a hint yesterday, but you still didn't figure it out. Consider my antics yesterday a little payback for you not recognizing me. Chenxi was even more stunned after hearing this. Wait, weren't you a boy? Why do you look like a cute girl now? Did you undergo some kind of surgery? Before she could finish her sentence, Su Zhouwan hugged her, pressing her into a soft and plush sensation, like lying on a pillow. I didn't do anything of the sort. I'm 100% naturally a girl. Don't tell me you always thought I was a boy? Su Zhouwan pinched Chenxi's cheeks playfully. Though they weren't particularly soft, the sensation was oddly addictive. If I tell you I did think you were a boy, you won't get mad, right? I mean, you used to have short hair and wore pants. Plus, you'd blush whenever I held your hand. You never mentioned your gender, so it was an honest mistake. After Su Zhouwan revealed her identity, Chenxi became less formal around her, though she still resisted certain gestures, like head pats. But my hair got long later on. You even said I looked cute with my hair tied up. And didn't you once say you'd marry me when we grew up? I never said that. And even if I did, you must be made up the part about marriage. Besides, we're both girls, we can't even get married. That's not necessarily true, Su Zhouwan countered with a smirk. I heard Lin Yushin and Su Qingyang from Tsinghua University got married last year. If there's love, it's possible for girls too. She knew Chenxi read Yuri novels, so there was a good chance Chenxi might be open to the idea. Still, Su Zhouwan was only testing the waters for now. The next second, Chenxi scrambled away from Su Zhouwan like she was some kind of dangerous creature. Stop it. Can't we talk about something normal? I'm afraid you'll suddenly try something on me. Even if you're my friend, I'll call the police if you do. Chenxi did enjoy reading Yuri novels, but she had no plans of dating a girl in real life. She was about to end up as a weak protagonist swept off her feet by some overbearing character. I'm just joking, Su Zhouwan reassured her. If I really wanted to do something, I would have done it yesterday. You wouldn't have been able to stop me anyway. Now, hurry up and open the other gifts I brought you. See if you like them. Chenxi thought about it and realized Su Zhouwan was right. If she had any bad intentions, she wouldn't have waited. Relaxing a little, Chenxi eagerly opened the other gifts. They were mostly hair accessories, beautiful and not overly expensive, just the kind of thing she could accept without worry. By the way, what made you think of giving me these gifts? Did you look into my preferences? Not exactly, Su Zhouwan replied. I just remembered you liked cute things. Before picking out the gifts, I asked around about your tastes a bit. As for the plush teddy bear, I remembered you saying a long time ago that you wanted a big one to hug while sleeping. I thought you'd like it. Chenxi was surprised that Su Zhouwan had remembered something she said so long ago and even brought her the gift she had dreamed of. Thank you for the gifts. I really like them. But I don't think I've prepared anything to give you in return. If you don't mind waiting, I'll put together a return gift for you. Su Zhouwan was about to decline, but she was too late. Chenxi had already disappeared into her room to prepare a gift. I wonder what kind of gift she'll come up with, Su Zhouwan murmured to herself. I'm suddenly looking forward to it. Chapter 6 Cohabitation. When Su Zhouwan returned, Chenxi had already tidied the room. There were not too many things in it, and Su Zhouwan could add some decorations to the room according to her own preferences. I have put the starlights and paper cranes in the room for you. You can choose a place you like and put them. You can also decorate the room as you like. There were not too many things in the room, except for some normal furniture and the bed that had been made. The overall look was a bit monotonous. Well, Chenxi, little cutie, worked hard. Do you want to go out with me in the afternoon to buy some decorations and come back to help me decorate the room? Want to go out? Forget it, I don't really want to go out. I'll stay at home and wait for you to come back after shopping so that I can help you decorate. Chenxi rejected Su Zhouwan's proposal. She hadn't been out for a long time since that incident. She had already developed some panic about things outside and was unwilling to go out again. She just wanted to stay in her little house like this, without having to think so much, having enough food and drink every day, and chatting with friends on the internet for fun. Is that so? Then I'll go out and buy it myself this afternoon. If you need anything, you can tell me and I'll buy it for you. Don't be polite to me. Well, if I think of anything I need, I will tell you. I'll trouble you to buy it for me then. After Su Zhouwan put away the things she brought, she went to the kitchen to see if there were any seasonings or something else. If not, she would pick some seasonings while choosing the ingredients. Online shopping is convenient now, and it can be delivered to your home, so she doesn't need to buy and carry a big bag of things back. Chenxi, little cutie, how long ago did you buy these seasonings? It seems to be a few years ago. At that time, I planned to try to cook by myself, but there was a little accident in the middle of the process, which led to a little problem in the end. Su Zhouwan didn't believe Chenxi's words that she had only a little problem with cooking at that time. She couldn't even see the words on the seasonings. She must have knocked over the seasonings in a hurry. But she didn't expose the other party, but just cleaned up the seasonings silently. Since these seasonings are from a few years ago, we can't be sure if they have gone bad. For our safety, let's throw them away and buy some more. Wouldn't that be a bit too wasteful? No, our safety is the most important thing. We should not continue to use such uncertain things, otherwise we may have diarrhea at the least, or we may have to go to the hospital at the worst. Chenxi quickly threw away all the seasonings, fearing that she would accidentally eat these seasonings and end up in the hospital. She didn't want to make herself uncomfortable. After dealing with the seasonings in the kitchen, Su Zhouwan asked Chenxi about her favorite dishes, and then selected the ingredients and seasonings according to her taste and preferences. Chenxi, little cutie, do you want to buy some more snacks? It seems that you don't have any snacks. It would be better to stock up on some snacks. Zhouwan, do you want to eat snacks? Wait for me for a while, Tilder. Chenxi ran back to the room, and after a while, she dragged a box out with some effort. I have a lot of snacks here. If you want to eat, you can take them anytime. Don't be polite to me. Su Zhouwan was a little surprised when she saw the snack box that Chenxi dragged over. She didn't expect that the little cutie actually stored a full box of snacks. Is she going to stay on a deserted island for a few weeks? Little cutie, how can you store so many snacks? You don't sometimes even order takeout and just eat snacks, right? This is not good for your health. No, I just get greedy sometimes, so I bought a lot of snacks and put them back. I eat well every day, and sometimes I reward myself with a midnight snack. Chenxi now suddenly regrets inviting Su Zhouwan to live with her. She always feels that she will take care of everything for her. The kind of life that one person doesn't have to worry about anything seems to have left her. If Su Zhouwan is here, she can't walk around the house without clothes like before, and she might be lectured by her if she eats snacks in bed. Is that so? If you still eat normally, there will be no problem. I will cook for you in the next period of time. You can tell me what you want to eat. You are not allowed to order takeout for the time being. No, I will wash it if there is no fried chicken. You can't stop me from ordering takeout. I can cook for you. When you usually order takeout, you can only have 1 or 2 flavors of chicken nuggets, right? But if I cook for you, I can let you eat chicken nuggets of different flavors, and each piece has a different taste. If you want, I will also make some other fried food for you, such as hamburgers, French fries, chicken nuggets, chicken strips, etc. I have also learned a little about cakes and desserts, so it is no problem to make some food for you. At this moment, in Chenxi's heart, Su Zhouwan is no different from Superman. He can cook so many foods, and there are more flavors than takeout, so why does she still order takeout? Then Ju Wan, can you make me some fried chicken nuggets tonight? I want to try your cooking skills first. If it's really like what you said, I won't order takeout when you're here. Of course, that's no problem. You can tell me what you want to eat tonight, and I'll make it for you then. She couldn't refuse such a cute Chenxi, especially when she heard that she could make those delicious dishes. Her eyes seemed to light up. After playing mobile games with Chenxi for a while, the takeout order she ordered was finally delivered, and she could start preparing lunch for the little cutie. Chenxi, little cutie, where is the rice at home? Rice? What rice? Do you mean rice for cooking? I usually order takeout, so there is no rice at home. She should have thought of it earlier. The little cutie always ordered takeout at home, and even the seasonings might have expired. How could there be rice at home? Fortunately, there is always a way out. She remembered that there seemed to be instant noodles in Chenxi's snack box. Although it's not very good, she will add a lot of dishes to ensure nutrition. Little cutie, you don't mind eating instant noodles for lunch? Instant noodles? I don't mind. It feels like I haven't eaten it for a long time. It feels good to try it today. Okay, let's eat instant noodles for lunch today, but it's a little more luxurious than ordinary instant noodles. I'll go prepare it first. You can play games for a while. I'll ask you to eat noodles after it's done. Well, no problem. I look forward to the luxurious instant noodles you make, Ju Wan. Chapter 7. Although the medicine is bitter, she is very sweet. In order to make a bowl of nutritious instant noodles for Chenxi, Su Wan put in a little effort. She picked out some of the ingredients she bought and used them, resulting in a look of vegetables, and you can't see the instant noodles underneath. It seems like I made too much, but the little cutie is indeed too thin, so let her eat more to replenish her body. After bringing the instant noodles to the restaurant, she called Chenxi to come over to eat noodles. When Chenxi came over and saw 2 full bowls of deluxe instant noodles, she was slightly stunned. She originally thought that the instant noodles Su Zhouwan made for her were similar to the pictures on the package, with eggs, vegetables, and a little bit of meat at most. But now it's a bit too rich. Is this still the instant noodles she remembered? I was worried that you would feel a little greasy if you only ate instant noodles, so I added some side dishes. Then I was worried that you would not be full, so I added a little more side dishes. If it is not enough, I will give you some more. Enough, I may not be able to finish all the side dishes in my bowl. If you give me more, I really can't finish it. It doesn't matter if you can't finish it. Eat as much as you can, but don't eat too much, otherwise you will feel uncomfortable. I won't do that. I will feel uncomfortable in my stomach if I can't move. I'm not stupid. Chenxi picked up her phone and found a video, then put the phone aside, and then ate noodles while watching the video she just found. Su Zhouwan didn't have any dissatisfaction with Chenxi's behavior or stop her behavior. After all, she did the same when she ate in the school dormitory. The noodles tasted very good, much better than some noodles Chenxi ordered from takeout before, especially the noodles that were already in a lump when they were delivered. There was no comparison with this. Before she knew it, the food in the bowl had been almost finished, even the noodle soup was not spared. It seemed that she was very satisfied with this bowl of noodles. Ju Wan, the noodles you made are really delicious, better than the noodles I ordered from takeout before. As long as you like it, I will buy some ingredients when I go out to buy things, and I will make delicious food for you in the evening. Yeah, Ju Wan is the best. After eating the noodles, Chenxi offered to wash the dishes. Seeing that there were only 2 bowls, Su Wan did not discourage Chenxi's enthusiasm and asked her to wash the 2 bowls. When Chenxi came out after washing the dishes, Suju Wan found that her clothes were already wet by the water for more than half, but her expression was very happy, as if she had accomplished something great. Chenxi, my little cutie, why are your clothes wet? Go change your clothes, or you'll catch a cold if you wear wet clothes and stay in the air conditioner for too long. It's probably because I accidentally rubbed water on my clothes when I was washing dishes just now. I'm going to change into clean clothes in my room now. Anyway, Chenxi didn't plan to go out, so she changed into a set of one-piece home clothes. It was a bit too hot outside in the afternoon. If she went out at this time, she would probably get heated, so Suju Wan could only postpone her going out. Chenxi didn't know what she was doing in the room. She didn't even agree to play games with her. There were no messages from her in the chat group, but she would still reply to her messages in private chat. Suju Wan couldn't hold back her curiosity and planned to go to Chenxi's room to see what she was doing secretly. The door of the room was not locked, and she opened the door easily and walked in. Then she smelled a smell of Chinese medicine, which seemed to come from the balcony of the room. She took a quick look at the room and didn't see Chenxi, so she followed the smell of Chinese medicine and opened the balcony door to the balcony. Ju Wan, why are you here? If you're bored, you can go play on my computer for a while. The smell of Chinese medicine here is not very pleasant, so go out first. It's okay. I smelled a more pungent smell when I was learning to cook. It won't be uncomfortable. Don't worry. The two sat here in silence for a while until Chenxi's cell phone alarm rang, telling her that she could drink the medicine. Can you pour me a little bit to taste it? I'm a little curious about the taste of this medicine. No, this medicine is very bitter, you won't like this taste. I just want to taste a little bit. If you don't taste too much, there should be no problem. Little cutie, just let me taste it tilde. Chenxi couldn't stand Suju Wan's cuteness to her, so she found a small cup and poured a little for Suju Wan to taste. It was probably just a small sip, so there shouldn't be any problem. Suju Wan drank the Chinese medicine in one gulp. Just when she thought that Chenxi was lying to her because it had no taste, a bitter feeling spread in her mouth, which made her expression distorted. She felt that the bitterness she had eaten before was not as bitter as this medicine. On the other hand, after Chenxi drank a bowl of medicine, her facial expression did not change much, as if she had just drunk a bowl of ordinary water. I told you it's very bitter, holding this in your mouth can help you relieve the bitterness a little. Suju Wan held what Chenxi fed her in her mouth without hesitation, and then a sweet taste slowly spread, slowly covering the bitterness in her mouth. Little cutie, what did you feed me? It feels sweeter than candy. No, I fed you candy, but your mouth was bitter before, which made the candy taste sweeter. Do you have to drink such bitter Chinese medicine every day? I used to drink it every day, but after my body got better, I could be lazy and occasionally skip the medicine without much impact. Now I don't think the medicine is very bitter, I must have gotten used to it. Suju Wan looked at Chenxi distressed and asked, is this disease difficult to cure? Not too difficult, it's just that my body is weak, so I need to drink this medicine to slowly heal. I also need to pay attention to exercise, but not too much exercise. Chenxi smiled and then spoke. It's nothing, actually. I'm used to it. This medicine is like drinking water to me. There's no discomfort. And Ju Wan, didn't you say you would make me a lot of delicious food? That way, there will be no problem. Suju Wan gently hugged Chenxi. I will make delicious food for you every day in the future, and keep you plump and healthy, so that you don't have to drink such bitter medicine in the future. Okay, then I look forward to the delicious food you make for me every day. Looking at the cute Chenxi, Suju Wan kissed her for some reason and returned the candy in his mouth to Chenxi. Ju Wan, what are you doing? Chenxi blushed and pushed Suju Wan away, but the candy in the other's mouth was already in her mouth. Suju Wan was not in a hurry to explain her behavior just now. What happened to her just now? Why did she do such a thing? Would she be hated by Chenxi? But the taste of the little cutie just now was sweeter than the candy. Chapter 8 Red Bracelet. Just now I was afraid that you would feel bitter, but I didn't have any candy with me, so I fed you the candy in my mouth in a hurry. Suju Wan hurriedly thought of a reason, hoping that the little cutie would not pay so much attention and not have any bad misunderstandings about herself. But didn't I say that I'm used to this bitter taste, and it's no problem for me? Suju Wan's mind was working quickly, and Chenxi didn't show her disgusted expression, which meant that she could still make up for this matter. Next, it depends on whether she can make it perfect. I want you to taste this sweet taste with me. A. Didn't you just say that? Candy will be sweeter after tasting bitterness. Although you are used to the bitter taste, I don't want you to have only bitter taste. We are good friends, so I want you to taste this sweet taste with me. Maybe what I did just now made you feel uncomfortable. I sincerely apologize to you. I promise I won't do this again in the future. Su Zhouwan apologized to Chenxi sincerely, which made Chenxi feel a little embarrassed. Su Zhouwan just wanted to stop the bitter taste in her mouth, and she didn't do anything excessive. Maybe she just wanted to share this sweet taste with herself. How could she have the heart to blame such a good friend? It's okay. You also hope that I can taste this taste with you. I forgive you for your behavior just now. Don't do this again next time, otherwise I will be angry. Su Zhouwan saw that Chenxi was not angry, but forgave herself, and she felt a little relieved. If Chenxi developed an aversion to her because of this, she would definitely regret it. I promise I won't do this again next time. I'll buy some more food tonight to make delicious food, as an apology for my reckless behavior just now. Chenxi didn't expect there would be such a good thing. Just being kissed by Su Zhouwan would give her an extra meal in the evening. If she wanted an extra meal in the future, could she just find a reason to ask Zhouwan to kiss her? Anyway, being kissed wouldn't make her lose a piece of meat, and it wouldn't have much impact. But being kissed could really give her some more delicious food. No matter how you look at it, she's making a profit. She finished the medicine, and then she played mobile games with Su Zhouwan for a while. She was a little tired when she played until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and planned to go back to her room to sleep for a while. Juan, I'm a little sleepy. I'll go back to my room and sleep for a while. Take this key and don't lose it, or you won't be able to open the door when you go out. If you're bored, you can play on my computer. I don't have a password set. Chenxi was a little confused. She was worried that Su Zhouwan would not wake up after she went out to buy things, so she couldn't get in and had to wait outside. So she gave her a copy of the house key and went back to her room to sleep. You gave me the key so easily. Don't you have any guard against me? If you are so sincere to me, my little cutie, I won't do anything to let you down. Su Zhouwan came to the door and tested whether the key could open the door normally. It's not that she didn't believe Chenxi, but she was afraid of seeing that Chenxi looked tired. She was afraid that she would give her the wrong key and she would not be able to open the door when she came back from shopping. Fortunately, there was no problem with the key and it could open the door normally. At that time, she didn't need to disturb the little cutie's sleep and came in by herself. When the temperature outside dropped a little, Su Zhouwan went out to buy things. This time she went out mainly to pick out some things suitable for decorating the room, so that the room would not look so monotonous, and to see if there was anything suitable to buy back for the little cutie. It is better to choose takeout to deliver the ingredients to their home, so that it does not take so much effort to carry them for a while, and in order to avoid bad reviews, the deliverman will try his best to select some good ingredients. 2 hours later, she felt that she had almost selected them, and she could place an order for the ingredients she needed for the evening and go back to decorate the room. She chose some small decorative items, such as plastic figurines, and some stickers and pictures, which would definitely make her room less monotonous. After driving back home, Chenxi was still asleep, so she decorated the room by herself, and brought in the ingredients delivered by the deliverman. After resting until 5:30, she went to the kitchen to prepare dinner for today. She wanted to show her cooking skills and let Chenxi eat a variety of delicious dishes. Then, she found that she had miscalculated again. The gas in the gas tank had been used up at noon. Now she couldn't light a fire to cook. She was not used to the induction cooker. Now it would take a long time to wait for the gas to be delivered. There was no choice but to slightly change the menu for tonight and change the dish she originally planned to cook into hot pot. After the gas was delivered, she would show her skills and make some delicious food for the little cutie at midnight snack time. At 7 o'clock, Chenxi woke up, but she was awakened by hunger. After checking the time on her phone, she went out to see what delicious food Su Zhouwan had prepared. Little cutie, you're awake. There was a little accident at night, so we're going to have hot pot tonight. I'll make you delicious food for midnight snack. Okay, hot pot. I haven't had hot pot for a long time. I haven't ordered takeout or even spicy hot pot. The induction cooker is pretty good for hot pot. Some of the ingredients have been cooked in the pot, and some are placed next to their hot pot. If you want to eat, you can add them yourself. The soup base was also prepared by Su Zhouwan. One side was slightly spicy, and the other side was tomato soup, each with its own flavor. After Chenxi sat down, Su Zhouwan took out another small gift and placed it in front of her. When I went out shopping today, I noticed that today was the Chinese Valentine's Day. I saw a red string bracelet for sale, so I bought one. It is said that it can bless your body and make you healthy. After that, Su Zhouwan helped Chenxi put on the red bracelet. The red bracelet has another meaning, which is to seek marriage, but she didn't think much about it now, just hoping that Chenxi could be healthy. Chenxi raised her hand and looked at the bracelet on her wrist. It was very beautiful, and there were some small decorations on it that she didn't recognize. She liked the bracelet Zhouwan gave her very much. Thank you, Zhouwan, wait for me a moment, I will make a bracelet for you too. Chenxi found a few red strings from somewhere and planned to make a bracelet for Su Zhouwan to wear, so that she could also be healthy. Zhu-Wan, give me your hand. Chenxi was weaving a bracelet on one of Su Zhouwan's wrists, but there was a small mistake in the middle of the process. She accidentally wrapped the red string of Zhouwan's bracelet on her own bracelet, and a red string was tied to their bracelets. Chapter 9 Hot Pot. Zhu-Wan, wait a moment, the bracelet will be ready soon, wait for me to take off this red string and tie it to your side. Chenxi tried to take off the red string that had just been wrapped around her bracelet, but the red string seemed to be tied on it, and she couldn't take it off unless she cut it with scissors. If you can't take it off, leave it on your bracelet, I'll help you tie it to your bracelet. Su Zhouwan tied the red string on her bracelet to Chenxi's bracelet, and also tied it up her own bracelet a little. Although it was not as beautiful as Chenxi's, it was woven by the other party for her. Gu-tilde, a little cutie's stomach protested, and she shyly turned her head away. Little cutie is hungry, so let's eat first. Eat more meat so that the body can be healthier. Su Zhouwan took out the cooked food in the pot and put most of the food in 2 bowls of different flavors prepared in advance for Chenxi. There was also a little warm soup in the bowl, which kept the food warm and prevented the food from mixing with each other. After the food in the pot was almost scooped out, Su Zhouwan continued to add some ingredients, and then cooked slowly over low heat, so that the food in the pot could absorb the soup more fully and become more flavorful. Try this crispy meat too. It's a snack specially prepared for you. You can pair it with some dry sauces, or soak it in the soup for a while. It's also good to taste it in its original flavor without seasoning. Wow, it looks delicious. Chenxi picked up a piece of crispy meat and took a bite. The crispy skin made a crackling sound, and the tender and juicy meat filling was wrapped inside, which was very memorable. Chenxi loves Su Zhouwan so much now. Before, when she ordered takeout, she only ordered so many things at a time, but Su Zhouwan would prepare so many delicious dishes for her. The taste and quantity were much better than takeout. This was so happy for her. During the meal, the two did not talk too much. They could talk about anything after they were full. Now let the little cutie enjoy this delicious hot pot first. Chenxi's tolerance for spicy food is a little weak. Even if it is only slightly spicy, she made a slight shahar sound. However, she thinks this slightly spicy taste is very good. After matching it with cold drinks, it is simply too refreshing. Continue to enjoy the delicious hot pot with Zhouwan. Unknowingly, a layer of fine sweat wet her clothes. I don't know when the air conditioner was turned off. No wonder she felt a little too hot. It's okay to sweat while eating hot pot. The weather is indeed a little hot recently. It is normal to sweat. Su Zhouwan was worried that Chenxi would sweat while eating hot pot, and then the cold wind would cause her to catch a cold, so he turned off the air conditioner first. Zhu-Wan, do you feel that the room is too hot? I've been sweating all over, and my clothes feel sticky to me. A little bit, but it's normal to feel hot and sweaty when eating hot pot. Just take a shower and change into clean clothes after eating hot pot. It's easy to catch a cold if you turn on the air conditioner now. Yeah, if you don't sweat a little when eating hot pot, it doesn't feel like you're eating hot pot. Let's make it a little hotter now, anyway, it doesn't affect my eating. The two of them had a good appetite. The dishes prepared by Su Zhouwan were basically eaten, and the rice was almost eaten with the soup. The rest can be made into some simple sushi for the little cutie to try. Little cutie, go take a shower first, I'll clean up here, and I can also prepare a midnight snack by the way. Well, then I'll take a shower first. Chenxi returned to the room, took a change of clothes, and went to the bathroom to take a shower. Suju Wan cleaned the table and prepared the ingredients for the midnight snack by the way, so that he could make it directly when the time came. I love taking a bath, my skin is so good. After washing her hair, Chenxi sang a song in the bathroom while applying shower gel to herself, and then rubbed a bunch of bubbles to cover her body. After washing off the bubbles on her body, her smooth and attractive skin was exposed, and then she dried her body with a bath towel and put on a slightly stylish home leisure clothes. If Sujowan hadn't been there, she would have dried her body and left the bathroom. When passing by the living room, Sujowan seemed to have finished her work, and was leaning on the sofa playing with her mobile phone, and no one knew what she was playing. Jowan, I finished taking a bath, you can take a bath now. There are shampoo and shower gel in the bathroom, you can use them directly. I'll go back to the room to blow dry my hair first. Okay, I'll take a bath after I finish this game. Soon, Sujowan's game was over. She went back to the room to get a set of clothes to change and went to the bathroom to take a bath. What is this? Sujowan saw a set of clothes on the clothes rack in the bathroom, which was the set that Chenxi had worn before, and it was placed in front of her. Is this the clothes that the little cutie just changed? Is she going to put it in the washing machine? What a careless little guy, let me help her put it in the washing machine. She definitely didn't have any extra thoughts, she wouldn't take the clothes and smell them secretly, and she wouldn't do anything bad, she just simply put the clothes that the other person changed into the washing machine to wash. The two of them haven't reached that level of affection yet, so they won't do those things, please don't think too much. Forget it, let the little cutie put it in the washing machine by herself, so as not to let her have any strange misunderstandings, and then I don't know how to explain it. She didn't touch the clothes that Chenxi had changed, put her own clothes next to her, and went into the bathroom to take a shower. After a while, Sujowan came out of the bathroom after taking a shower, changed into clean clothes and left the bathroom. In the living room, Chenxi seemed to be waiting for her, and gave her a glass of milk after she came out. Iced milk, I remember you always drink a glass of milk after taking a bath, so I prepared it for you in advance, and added a little extra sugar. Sujowan took a sip of milk, and the sweet taste was very good. Thank you, little cutie, the milk is very sweet, I like it very much. She didn't quite know why Chenxi knew this, maybe she had said it before and she remembered it. This feeling of being remembered by an important person seems to be quite good. By the way, little cutie, do you want to wash your clothes? If you don't mind, how about we wash our clothes together? Sure, anyway, I don't have many clothes to change, and washing them together can save some water. Chenxi didn't care too much. Although she had seen some yellow waste, she didn't have those thoughts about Sujowan. At least not now. In this way, the clothes of the two were put into the washing machine to be washed together, and then Sujowan would hang the clothes on the balcony. Wan, what are you doing? The game has already started, but you didn't accept the match. Nothing, I just think you're pretty and I'm a little fascinated by you. Chapter 10 Midnight Snack. Even if I am good looking, you have to accept it after the game. You asked me to play games, if you do this again, I won't play with you. Okay, I will pay attention, let's rematch the game. I don't know if it's because the feeling is not good at night, or it may be that the teammates are not strong enough. Anyway, they lost several games in a row, and Chenxi didn't want to continue playing. No, I won't play. I have been losing this broken game tonight. It's not interesting at all. I might as well watch anime or novels. At least it won't make me feel bad. Speaking of it, she seems to have not watched Bunny Girl for a few days. I don't know if Chen Susu has discovered that Suqing is Bunny Girl. She is actually looking forward to how Chen Susu will treat Suqing after she is discovered to be Bunny Girl. Wan, if you want to play games, just play by yourself first. I'll read a novel to adjust my mindset. I'll play with you after I'm ready. What novel? Recommend it to me. It's this one written by Tangsu Dufu now, transformed into a socially horrible bunny girl, visited by a yandere. Let me tell you, this book is great. I was following it every day some time ago, and then I felt that 2 chapters a day were not enough, so I saved a little and planned to read it all at once. Under Chenxi's crazy recommendation, Sujowan also read the novel. She had read some of the content of the novel before, so she could talk about some topics with Chenxi. Chenxi, little cutie, are you a bunny girl or something like Suqing? Otherwise, why are you so cute? I'm not a beast-eared girl or anything like that. That's something in novels. Don't even think about it, Juan. And I can even kill a cactus, so I raise a stone. This way, I won't raise anything bad, right? Raising a stone. Suju Wan recalled that when she went to the balcony of Chenxi's room before, she seemed to have seen a somewhat unique stone. She thought it was used for decoration, but she didn't expect it to be raised by her. Yes, stones don't need to eat, drink water, or consume anything. I just water it whenever I want to. Stones are simply the easiest pets to raise in my heart. Indeed, if you put it that way, stones are indeed a very easy pet to raise. I'll try to raise a stone in the school dormitory when the time comes. While chatting and reading, Chenxi has finished reading the latest update of the Bunny Girl. If she wants to continue reading the follow-up content, she can only wait until the author updates tomorrow. I finished reading it again. I really want to arrest the author and lock her in a small dark room, so that she can use all her time except for eating, sleeping and going to the toilet to update the novel. She will definitely get tired of it, and the quality may not be guaranteed by then, and we may not be able to see such a good work. That's right, but 2 chapters a day always feel not enough. It would be great if she could update more every day. I think 3 chapters would be pretty good. I think 2 chapters would be pretty good. There's something to read every day, and I can also look forward to the subsequent plot. Look, doesn't that weak pigeon also update twice a day? Another hour passed unknowingly, and the alarm that Sujo Wan set to make supper for Chenxi rang. The previous preparations have been done, and now it only needs to be fried in hot oil. Little cutie, your fried chicken set is ready. Do you want Coke, Sprite, or Fanta as a drink? Sujo Wan walked out of the kitchen with a plate of fried chicken and placed it in front of Chenxi. That plate of fried chicken nuggets looked quite a lot, but she didn't know how it tasted compared to the fried chicken nuggets sold outside, but she believed that Juwan's was definitely better than the one sold outside. Just get me a bottle of iced Sprite and a cup, and it would be even better if you put a few ice cubes in the cup. Suju Wan thought about it, took 2 larger cups, put a few ice cubes in both cups, and then took out a large bottle of Sprite and took it over. After returning, she found Chenxi sticking out his tongue. What's wrong with you, little cutie? Why are you sticking out your tongue all the time? Did you get burned by eating the chicken nuggets secretly? I didn't eat them secretly. The chicken nuggets tempted me first. I just didn't want to be tempted by it anymore, so I stuffed it into my mouth. Who knew it would be so hot inside after I bit it open, and it burned my tongue. But the taste is really good, I approve of it. Suju Wan helped Chenxi check his tongue and found that there was nothing wrong with it. Drinking some iced Sprite to cool it down should be fine. Let it cool for a minute before eating, so it won't burn your tongue. If you really want to eat it now, be a little careful and eat it slowly. Then let it cool for a minute. Come on Juan, let's toast to celebrate your move today. Well, thank you, little cutie, for letting me live in your house, otherwise I would have nowhere to live. Cheers Tilder. Suju Wan raised his glass and clinked it with Chenxi's glass, making a crisp collision sound. The two smiled at each other and drank the Sprite in the glass together. 1 minute passed quickly. Chenxi picked up a piece of chicken with his hand and put it in his mouth and started eating. Suju Wan didn't say much, and picked up a piece of chicken and put it in his mouth to taste. In this way, you and I ate a piece, and soon the whole plate of chicken was eaten by the two of them, and the big bottle of Sprite was also drunk about half. Have you finished eating? Juan, do you have more fried chicken nuggets? I want to eat a few more. No, I only prepared this much chicken nuggets as a midnight snack. If I eat too much, I will not be able to sleep easily. Then don't eat, play for a while and then go to bed. I don't want to play mobile games for the time being, let's play 2-player games on the computer. Okay, you go to the computer to find games first, I'll clean up here and then go over. There are not many things to clean up, just rinse the plates and cups with water, and then put the big bottle of Sprite back in the refrigerator. In less than 5 minutes, she finished all these and went to find Chenxi to play games. Let's play the Forest Ice and Fireman, you play the Fireman, and I play the Iceman. No problem. The Iceman controlled by Chenxi is a little weak. After passing the initial few levels, she is a little bit worse, especially some levels with small mechanisms are simply her nightmare, and a small mistake will make them restart. Finally, for the sake of game experience, she directly opened the invincible version and chose to play with Su Zhouwan without thinking. This game is so simple, not difficult at all. Let's change to a game with a little difficulty next time. If she hadn't opened the invincible version, and an iceman walked around in a pool of fire without dying and restarting, Su Zhouwan would really believe what she said was simple. But how could she hit the little cutie's self-confidence? Well, it's so simple. Let's change to a harder one next time. The game level has been played, and they should go to bed. Sleeping too late will affect the body. Zhouwan, good night, have a good dream. Good night, little cutie, you have a good dream too. Chapter 11 Small Accident. Good morning, Zhouwan, how did you sleep last night? Chenxi yawned and passed by Su Zhouwan's back to the bathroom, and asked her how she rested last night, without paying any attention to her current state. At this time, Su Zhouwan was rinsing her mouth at the sink. When she saw Chenxi walking behind her in the mirror, she choked on the water. Ahem, was my eyes dazzled? The little cutie seemed to have walked past without clothes. Is she so open? After a while, Chenxi came out of the bathroom and walked to Su Zhouwan to wash up. Then she saw herself without clothes in the mirror. Ath! Her sudden scream made Su Zhouwan look directly at her, fearing that something might happen to her. Zhouwan, don't look at me. Turn your back quickly. Although the other person was her good friend, she would still be shy when something like this happened. Chenxi covered her body with her hands and asked Su Zhouwan to turn around quickly and not look at her. Su Zhouwan was stunned for a moment, then turned around and stopped looking at Chenxi. However, both of them had an abnormal redness on their faces. Zhouwan. Please go to my room and get the clothes on the bed. Chenxi had already hidden in the bathroom, using the door to cover her body, only sticking her head out, and asked Su Zhouwan to help her get the clothes on the bed in a somewhat shy tone, her face as red as a ripe apple. No problem, wait for me for a while, I'll get the clothes for you. Su Zhouwan went to Chenxi's room to get the clothes on the bed without much hesitation, and then handed them to Chenxi in the bathroom. Thank you. Chenxi thanked her and closed and locked the bathroom door, and then changed her clothes inside. When she came out again, she had changed her clothes, but the redness on her face had not disappeared, and Su Zhouwan wanted to hug her and bite her face. Well, I'm going out to buy breakfast first. If you want something to eat, just send me a message later. Su Zhouwan left quickly after saying that. She was afraid that Chenxi would be embarrassed because of what happened just now, and she was also afraid that she would not be able to resist biting him when she saw his cute smile. Stupid Chenxi, why did you forget to put on your clothes and run out? Zhouwan saw you. It's so embarrassing. Chenxi soaked her face in the water to calm herself down and not think about anything else. Before, Chenxi was alone at home, so she was more indulgent. She didn't like to sleep with clothes pressed down at night, so she basically slept with a little quilt, and kept washing up like this in the morning. But when she woke up today, her brain hadn't reacted yet, so she was dazed and planned to go to the toilet and wash up, and this happened. It's okay, it's okay. Zhouwan and I are both girls. If we are seen, we are seen. There is nothing to be shy about. There is nothing to be shy about. Chenxi kept giving herself spiritual comfort, and finally her mood returned to normal. However, when Su Zhouwan came back, Chenxi's mood was still a little unstable. She recalled the scene of her being seen naked by the other party, and her face began to turn abnormally red again. When Su Zhouwan asked her to have breakfast, she picked up a corn, looked at Su Zhouwan fiercely, and threatened Su Zhouwan fiercely. What did you see in the washroom just now? Tell me the truth. Otherwise, I will use this corn cob to kill you. Looking at Chenxi with a fierce and cute face, she couldn't help but think of that scene in her mind. The other party's body was displayed in front of her in full view. She saw everything she shouldn't see. No, I didn't see anything. I was dazzled by the light at that time and didn't see anything. Did you really see nothing? Of course it's true. If you don't believe me, I can swear. Chenxi's face changed, from their fierce and cute expression just now to a cute expression, and the corn cob in her hand turned into a fragrant and soft bun. I scared you just now, come and have a bun to relax. I was just joking with you. Zhouwan, you won't be angry, right? Of course not. You are so cute. How can I bear to be angry with you? Come and eat more. Breakfast time is over. Neither of them mentioned the previous topic again. They planned to do their own things first. Chenxi returned to the room and sat in front of his computer desktop. He recalled the previous episode in his mind and drank a mouthful of water to calm himself down. I didn't expect that the habits of living alone before would have such a big impact on me. It seems that I have to change those habits first, otherwise I can't guarantee that similar things will happen in the future. At that time, Ju Wan will definitely misunderstand me, and I won't be ashamed to see her then. In order to avoid this situation, she decided to sleep in her clothes during this period, so there should be no problem. Take a cold shower first. If you continue like this, I feel that my brain will be burned. On the other side, Ju Wan was lying on the bed, and his mind was full of Chenxi's appearance in the bathroom. The air conditioner was on in the room. But she still felt a little hot, and her body twisted in a hurry. Really, why is Chenxi the cutie in my mind? Although she is really cute, I can't think of her all the time. Could it be that what happened in the bathroom was too exciting for me, so I can't forget it? But she occasionally reads some comics and novels, so she can't stand such stimulation. And she didn't have a nosebleed or any other reaction. They are good friends, and she will never have such dangerous thoughts about the cutie. Don't think about it, take a cold shower to calm down. Leave the room and go to the bathroom to take a cold shower. Go to the dressing room to take off your clothes and prepare to open the bathroom door to take a shower. As soon as she opened the door, she saw a beautiful girl who had just turned on the shower. Then their eyes met, and two exclamations came from the bathroom. Su Wan quickly closed the door, leaned against the door, and her heartbeat accelerated uncontrollably. She patted her cheek to calm herself down. Chenxi stood under the shower, her mind was blank. After a while, she realized what happened and blushed. What should I do? What should I do? Joanne must have seen it. Neither of them knew how to face each other. In the end, Su Wan spoke first, that. Chenxi, I didn't mean it. I'll go out right away. After that, Su Wan quickly put on his clothes and left the bathroom. Chenxi was relieved when she heard the door close. This accident made the relationship between the two people a little subtle. They were both thinking about how to break this awkwardness. Chapter 12 Reconciliation. Although they are both girls, they are still very shy when their bodies are seen, especially since they have just seen each other's bodies. Both sides don't know what to say to each other, and they have been in a stalemate. At noon, Su Wan made some dishes that Chenxi liked to eat, intending to have a good chat with her during the meal to ease the somewhat awkward atmosphere. After the meal was served, the two sat face to face and ate the meal in front of them silently. No one planned to speak first. After all, they didn't know how to speak about such things. In the end, Su Wan couldn't stand this atmosphere first and spoke first. That. Chenxi, my little cutie, I didn't mean to do that this morning, that. I didn't mean to watch you take a bath. Anyway, I apologize to you, please forgive me. Su Wan almost repeated the whole thing to Chenxi, which made Chenxi a little angry. Shut up, stop talking. If you say anything more, I'll bite you. I won't talk anymore, don't bite me, eat your food. Su Wan passed the food on the plate to Chenxi. After saying that, at least the atmosphere around them was no longer oppressive. I figured it out. What happened this morning is nothing. We are good friends living together, so it's normal for that kind of thing to happen. And I've asked my group friends, and it's not uncommon for close friends to take a shower together. Although I can't accept that, it's not unacceptable for you to just look at my body. Besides, it's not like I didn't see your body, so let's call it even. Chenxi said what she was thinking in one breath. She didn't know what Joanne was thinking, but as long as the other party didn't take the initiative to mention what happened in the morning, there would be no problem. Well, let's call it even. Su Wan finally breathed a sigh of relief when she heard Chenxi say that. She ate her meal while secretly looking at Chenxi. Ju Wan, what are you and I doing? There's nothing on my face. I'm not the kind of person who doesn't keep his word. If we're even, then we're even. I know, but you're pretty and I can't help but want to look at you. You shouldn't mind, right? If Su Wan wants to look at her, she can't stop him from looking at her. Could she cover his eyes? It doesn't seem impossible. After lunch, the two of them sat on the sofa and played games together. Compared to yesterday, they were a little closer, but still a little distance apart. Look, this character is really pretty. The modeling, the movements, I feel like she's tempting me. It's a pity that I don't have the materials, otherwise I would have drawn this character. It's really pretty, but it's a support character. I already have enough support characters, so I don't need to draw this character. But she adds a lot to the team, and can be a higher position for your support. Drawing her will definitely add a bonus. No, my combat power is enough now, so why not save the materials and wait to see if there are any characters I like later. If a character as cute as you comes out, whether she is a damage dealer or a support, I will draw her to the fullest. Oh so you like cute characters. Unlike me, I like all the female characters in this game. I feel that they all have their own characteristics. And the plots are all pretty good. As they chatted, Suju suddenly realized that it was already 2 o'clock, and the little cutie wasn't going to take a nap. Little cutie, it's 2 o'clock now, aren't you going to take a nap? I'm not sleepy. I usually take a nap only when I'm sleepy. If I'm not sleepy, I won't take a nap. But you reminded me that I haven't taken the medicine for today yet. I'm going to boil the medicine. This time the door of the room was not closed, and only a little smell of Chinese medicine came out from inside. It seems that the ventilation effect of the balcony on the other side of Chenxi's room is still quite good. After a while, Chenxi came out with the medicine and put a small cup in front of Su Zhouan, asking her if she wanted to taste it again. Taste it, isn't it just a little bitter? Wait for me to bring a candy first. Su Zhouan took the candy, picked up the small cup and hesitated to drink the contents. Finally, she made up her mind and drank the medicine directly before putting the candy in her mouth. As a result, her hand shook accidentally, and the candy flew out accidentally, but the cup of medicine had been drunk by her. However, the expected bitterness did not appear in her mouth, but she felt a little sweet taste, like sugar water. I didn't say that the content inside was Chinese medicine, it was just cola without gas. How about it? Did I fool you? Yes, I was fooled by you. If you think about it carefully, the color of the liquid in the cup that Chenxi just gave her is not as dark as yesterday's color, and it does not emit the smell of Chinese medicine. It's just that she subconsciously thought it was Chinese medicine. But you, my little cutie, actually lied to me like this. It's really bad. How could I lie to you? It's you who thought so. I can only say that I acted well. In order to get revenge, Su Zhouan specially made a dish of potato shreds and ginger shreds in the evening, and played a small game with Chenxi. My dear, the name of this dish is fried potato shreds with ginger. Let's play a little game now. Whoever eats the ginger will wash the dishes today. How about that? No problem. But you can't have all ginger shreds in this dish without any potato shreds, right? How could that be? How could I do that? This is a normal dish of fried potato shreds, but I added a few ginger shreds. Whoever eats the ginger shreds must accept the punishment and not cheat. Then I'll wash the dishes. The dishes will be cold by the end of this game, and my luck is not very good, so I'll just admit defeat. Chenxi took the initiative to admit defeat and took over the job of washing dishes in the evening. However, Su Zhouan disagreed, not because she took the initiative to admit defeat, but because she didn't want Chenxi to wash the dishes. It's not because of anything else, but because she washed 2 dishes yesterday and got herself wet. If she was allowed to wash them today, wouldn't she be able to take a bath in the sink? Little cutie, I just want to play this game with you. You can play slowly while eating. I will wash the dishes no matter whether you win or lose. No, I don't like ginger. If you put ginger in it, I won't want to eat it. Well, actually, this is just a simple dish of fried potato shreds. I lied to you about putting ginger in it. When I'm about to finish eating, I'll pretend to eat ginger and lose the game. Chenxi believed it, then picked up a chopstick of potato shreds and put it in her mouth to taste, and then. Su Zhouan, I really believed your lies. You said there would be no ginger? Then what did I eat? Hey Tilder, that only means that little cutie is at a disadvantage Tilder. Chapter 13, Taking a bath together? In fact, she didn't expect Chenxi to eat ginger shreds so quickly. She only put a few in. It must be said that the little cutie's luck is really a bit bad. She got revenge on the first bite. Chenxi held the principle that she should not be the only one to eat the shredded ginger, so she gave the whole plate of shredded potatoes to Su Zhouan. If she didn't finish it tonight, she would continue to eat it tomorrow until she finished it. The shredded ginger in the shredded potatoes was no problem for Su Zhouwan, but this plate of shredded potatoes was indeed a bit too much for one person, so it seemed that she had to find a way to let Chenxi help her deal with some of it during the midnight snack. Little cutie, I can't finish so many shredded potatoes by myself, so can you help me get rid of some of them, okay Tilda? No, I won't help you even if you beg me. Unless you eat the shredded ginger in it, I won't help you eat it. It was so difficult to find a few shredded gingers in a plate of shredded potatoes, and she couldn't use chopsticks to search in the shredded potatoes in front of Chenxi, which was impolite anyway. So she decided to look for it when she took the dishes back to the kitchen after dinner. After dinner, Su Zhouwan spent a whole hour, and after repeated comparisons, she barely found the ginger strips and ate them, just to make sure she didn't find the wrong ones. When she returned to the living room, she found Chenxi lying on the sofa, panting a little, with a bottle of unopened water next to her. She didn't know what she was doing. Woo woo woo, Zhouwan, you finally came out of the kitchen, help me open the water next to you. I accidentally exercised too long and my body was exhausted. Su Zhouwan quickly helped her up, then opened the bottle of water next to her and slowly fed Chenxi water. Perhaps the bottle mouth was too small, or maybe Su Zhouwan's feeding action was a little flawed. After Chenxi drank a little water, she suddenly coughed, and the water in the bottle also spilled out and wet Chenxi's clothes. I'm sorry Zhu, I choked by accident just now, I didn't mean it. I should be the one to apologize, I didn't notice that the bottle was a little too high when I was feeding you water, so you choked. By the way, how did you get yourself like this? That. Don't laugh at me after you listen. It turned out that the food had improved in the past few days, which made Chenxi feel that she should be able to do it, and she was a little swollen. Usually she would exercise for 20-30 minutes, but this time she exercised for almost 50 minutes and felt that there was no problem. But who knew that she had just finished exercising and took a bottle of water to drink on the sofa, but found that her hands were too weak to open the bottle cap, and then she felt a little heavy and fell on the sofa. The problem was not a big problem, but she was a little tired and thirsty. Drink some water and rest for a while and she will recover. After listening to Chenxi's explanation of why she was like this, Su Zhouwan still smiled. She didn't expect that the little cutie would be so tired that she fell down. Zhouwan, you said you wouldn't laugh at me, what are you laughing at? Nothing, I just remembered something happy. What happy thing? If you don't give me a reasonable reason, I'll bite you. After saying that, Chenxi also showed her teeth. There is a small canine tooth that looks a bit sharp, and it must be very painful to be bitten. I didn't fail any course last semester, and my grades were pretty good. Do you think this is something worth making me happy about? Okay, you pass. If you continue to play the mermaid joke with me, I will bite your arm directly, and then see how you explain it to your partner. Little cutie, have you forgotten that I don't have a partner? And if you bite me, I can also bite your hand, let's see who will hurt more. HMPH, I won't talk to you anymore, I'm thirsty, help me get the water cup, I want to drink water. After hearing that Su Zhouwan didn't have a partner, Chenxi suddenly felt a little happy. If she didn't have a partner, she could spend more time with her. It was hard to find someone willing to accompany her, so she wouldn't give up her good friend so easily. Zhouwan, what kind of person do you want to find as a partner in the future? Little cutie, why do you ask this question? Because I think you are amazing, Zhouwan, and you can make a lot of delicious food. Although you really scared me when you came to my house, I think you are a gentle person now. So I'm wondering what kind of boy would be lucky enough to marry you home. I don't know about this. Anyway, I don't have any plans to date a boy now. Living with you like this, cooking for you and playing with you every day is also pretty good. Why do you have to fall in love with a boy, little cutie, right? That's right, as long as you are happy, why fall in love? I want to eat something delicious later, can you make it for me Tilda? Okay, I will make you whatever delicious food you want. I like everything you make. But don't put ginger in it secretly like you did with that dish of shredded potatoes, it doesn't feel good at all. Well, I won't do that again in the future. Su Zhouwan gently stroked Chenxi's head, it felt good, like a docile kitten. If she hadn't bitten his finger. Oh, my dear, can't you be gentler? What if you bite my finger? I won't be able to cook for you then. Zhouwan, stop pretending. I didn't bite your finger hard. There's not even a bite mark left on it. Hey, you've been discovered. It's still early. Do you want to take a bath together? How about I rub your back? I'll give you a massage after the bath. My technique is very good. Eh? Isn't that a bit bad? It's still too early to take a bath together. Chenxi blushed and stuttered. It seemed that taking a bath together was still too exciting for her. It overloaded her brain and fogged her head. Although they had been briefly frank with each other for some reason in the morning, and she said she wouldn't mind such things. However, she was just talking before. If she really had to take a bath with Ju Wan now, she still couldn't do it. Although some things may seem insignificant in comics, they are completely different when you experience them yourself. It's okay, it's just a shower. We are all girls, there's nothing to be afraid of. Besides, aren't we good friends? You said that good friends can take a shower together. Am I not your best friend? Su Zhouwan squeezed out a few tears and looked at Chenxi pitifully, which moved Chenxi a little, and she had to agree to go to the bathroom with him to take a shower. Okay, I knew you were the best, little cutie. Chapter 14 Massage. Little cutie, why are you so shy? I saw it this morning. How can I help you rub your back when you wrap yourself in a towel like this? Show it off like me. But I still feel shy. Ju Wan, don't you feel anything when I look at you like this? A little bit, but what does it matter? Can you still eat me? Take off the towel quickly and take a shower together. Su Ju Wan took off Chenxi's towel directly, adjusted the water temperature and rinsed her body with the shower. Well, it feels so good, it feels better than when I wash my hair myself. Of course, didn't I tell you that I have a good technique? I will make you feel more comfortable when I massage you. I guarantee it will be better than when you go to a massage parlor. Under Su Zhouwan's operation, Chenxi took a comfortable hot bath. She didn't need to do it herself. Su Wan planned the process for her directly. She just needed to enjoy the process of taking a bath. How is the temperature? If it's too hot, I'll lower it a little. This temperature is pretty good, and the wind is very comfortable. After drying your hair, do you want to have a midnight snack first, or do you want me to massage you to relax your body? My suggestion is to massage your body first. Then let's massage your body first. I don't feel that hungry for a midnight snack, so don't rush. After drying her hair, Su Zhouwan asked Chenxi if she had a full body massage, which can effectively relieve physical fatigue and simply check some of her physical conditions. Then try this full body massage. If it doesn't work, I won't do it. No problem, my massage will definitely satisfy you. Do you plan to massage from top to bottom or from bottom to top? It's all right, whatever you want. Then let's start with the feet. Su Zhouwan began to massage Chenxi's legs. Her technique was very good, and every massage gave Chenxi a little strange feeling, but it was not uncomfortable, but made her feel very comfortable. The soreness in the feet caused by excessive exercise also disappeared. Then there was foot massage. Using different strengths to press the acupuncture points on the soles of the feet gave Chenxi a variety of different feelings. After pressing a certain acupuncture point on the soles of the feet, Su Zhouwan suddenly asked her how she felt. Was there a tingling feeling? The pressing just now did make Chenxi feel some pain. She didn't think much about it and told Su Zhouwan about her feelings just now. Is that so? It seems that you have some kidney deficiency, in layman's terms, kidney deficiency. But it doesn't matter. I will make more delicious food to help you improve your body. Whose kidneys are you talking about, Su Zhouwan? I was just kidding you just now. If it doesn't work, try pressing harder. I promise I won't make a sound, okay? Su Zhouwan actually said that her kidneys are not good. Is this tolerable? Doesn't she know whether she can do it or not? It must be good. Really? Then I'll try it. Su Zhouwan pressed the acupuncture points on Chenxi's feet again, not using too much force, just teasing her. Zhouwan, you haven't eaten yet, you don't have any strength, use a little strength, I can't say a word. After adding some strength, she saw that the little cutie was about to scream, so she didn't continue. It seems that there is no problem with the little cutie's kidneys, they are very healthy and strong. Of course. Then continue with a complete full body massage. When the massage ended, Chenxi was already lying on the sofa a little limp. There was no way Su Zhouwan's full body massage was so comfortable, it was normal for her to be like this. My hands are a little tired, take a rest and then I'll make you a midnight snack. We'll make a different midnight snack tonight. Well, I look forward to the midnight snack you'll make later. After resting for half an hour, Su Zhouwan got up and went to the kitchen to prepare a midnight snack for Chenxi. She first mixed flour with water and made some batter and put it aside for later use. Then she put the leftover potato shreds from dinner in the microwave and heated them for 2-3 minutes. Just make sure they are hot. It doesn't matter if they are a little cold. Throw a few starch sausages with packaging into warm water and soak them for a while. After they are softened, they are convenient for subsequent use. Then prepare some other side dishes and start today's midnight snack. First, prepare a frying pan, preheat it slightly and brush a layer of oil on it to prevent the batter from sticking to the pan. After the batter is formed, turn it over, take out a ham sausage and add it, then add some potato shreds, minced meat and other side dishes, then roll up the formed pancake, take it out of the pan and put it on a plate. These side dishes can also be added separately, and eggs can also be added. Or add food that suits your taste according to your own preferences, and then add some sauces, which will make the cute Chenxi cry directly. Okay, the delicious midnight snack is ready. I made a little more for tomorrow's breakfast. When the time comes, just put it in the microwave and heat it up. Su Zhouwan made a total of 4 different ingredients for Chenxi to taste. The ordinary type with eggs, the slightly more luxurious type with sausages and side dishes, the shredded potatoes with minced meat, and the final version of the family portrait type with everything added. The portion of each type is not particularly large. You can finish one in a few bites, and the taste is very good. Chenxi's tears flowed from the corners of her mouth, and she chose a family portrait version without hesitation and ate it. It was full of ingredients in one bite, and the feeling was really great. I made this based on the pancakes sold in the previous school. I happened to have some leftover potato shreds today, so I used them to make this. It tastes pretty good, right? Yeah, delicious. It's much better than the pancakes I ate before. Those pancakes were so old and tasted terrible. Zhouwan's food is still delicious. In order to find some delicious shops, Chenxi had eaten a lot of abstract food, and she had also tasted food that made people vomit after eating one bite. Finally, with her unremitting efforts, she finally found a few good shops. However, after she ate the food made by Su Zhouwan, she had no intention of placing orders with those shops for the time being. In addition to Zhouwan not allowing her to order takeout, those takeouts were not as delicious as Zhouwan's. If she wanted to eat delicious food, she could just let Zhouwan make it. If it really didn't work, she could act cute and beg her to let her make it for her. As long as she acted coquettishly to Zhouwan, the other party should not refuse her small request. As long as they taste good. Remember to leave some for tomorrow morning, don't eat them all. Well, Zhouwan, don't worry, no one can survive until tomorrow morning. I will eat them all. Stupid Chenxi, don't take my words out of context. Chapter 15 Walking. It has been a week since Su Zhouwan moved in, and Chenxi feels that she has done nothing during this week. Every day, she is either waiting to eat the food made by Su Zhouwan or playing games with him. She hasn't painted for several days, all because of Zhouwan. In this leisurely life with 3 meals on time, plus midnight snacks and small snacks, even though Chenxi exercises every day, she still gains some weight and has a little more fat on her face. Although I don't know where the other fat has grown, at least it doesn't look much different from before. Losing weight? There is no such thing. Her weight was a bit light before, and now even a little more fat is no problem. It would be even better if the extra fat went to where it should go. However, this week of getting along has brought them closer. From keeping a certain distance before, they are now close together. Moreover, Chenxi will accept Zhouwan's feeding from time to time, which is much better than when she was alone at home. Little cutie, isn't it bad to stay at home every day? How about we go out for a walk together in the evening? No, it's tiring to go out, and it's too hot outside. I don't want to go out. No, we just walk around and breathe the fresh air outside. The temperature outside will drop at night, and it's still very cool. If you are tired, I can hug you or carry you back. But the air outside is the same as the air at home. Why should I go outside? It's the same to stay at home. Then you can just think of it as accompanying me for a walk, just walk around the house, don't go far. Then there is no need to go out. It's the same to walk on the balcony for a while. Su Zhouwan found several reasons. Even if Chenxi didn't want to go out with her, she could just walk for a while. In this case, she has to use her ultimate move. Little cutie, if you don't go out with me, then there will be no midnight snacks this week. In addition, I will replace the meat dishes you want to eat with vegetarian dishes, so that you can eat grass every day. Chenxi can't accept no midnight snacks and meat, and can only eat vegetarian dishes every day. But only Ju Wan can cook, and she is not allowed to order takeout. Does this give her a second choice? You are so cruel. I promise to accompany you for a walk outside. But let's make it clear first, just walk around the house, not too far away. No problem, we will walk around the house. As long as I can get the little cutie to go out, then it won't be far from her going out shopping with me. I just don't know if I can coax the little cutie to take her to the fun places here before the holiday ends. He snatched the chocolate bar that Chenxi was holding and bit it in his mouth, which made her turn into a furry cat. Kuja-wan, the chocolate bar is right next to you, why did you try to grab it from me? I was just thinking about something and took it by accident. Now I've already bitten it, I'll just get you another one. I just want to eat the one I just had. Chenxi stepped forward and bit off the chocolate bar that Sujo-wan was holding in his mouth, and put the chocolate bar back into his mouth from the broken position. What a protective little cat. In the evening, Sujo-wan made a table of vegetarian dishes for Chenxi to try, letting her know that if she didn't accompany her for a walk later, the next few days would be like this. Ju Wan, I promise to go out with you, you can't do this to me, I don't want all vegetarian dinner, I want meat. I will make you meat for supper after you accompany me for a walk, just eat something light tonight. You can choose to eat less and wait for supper, but you can't eat nothing at all. Chenxi ate more than a bowl of rice with vegetarian dishes in tears, which was a little less than usual, which was her silent protest. Sit down and rest for a while. After I finish washing the dishes, we will go out for a walk. I will have to change your clothes later. It is not good to go out in this way. I think it is good like this. Is there any problem? Which is better? Is your large one piece that can cover most of your body good looking, or your messy hair? Although we are going out for a walk, we still have to pay attention to it. Chenxi really thinks she is good like this. The wide clothes can cover her body, and it does not affect her activities. It is not easy to dirty her body. More importantly, you can put some snacks in it. It is simply too good. Hair is even simpler. Just tie a ponytail. You only need a hairband. It is simple and convenient and can be done in a few seconds. A few minutes later, after Sujo-wan washed the dishes, he took Chenxi to her room and planned to choose a suitable outfit for her. As a result, she was a little dumbfounded when she opened the door of the closet. Except for the slightly normal underwear, most of the clothes were this kind of wide sweater-like clothing, and there were a few normal style clothes, but they looked a little too small. But Chenxi should still be able to wear them, right? She forgot that Chenxi had not been out for a long time, so how could she have normal clothes and shoes suitable for going out? She could only choose a set of clothes from those clothes that looked a little small for her to try on. After Chenxi put them on, Sujo-wan found that the clothes were only a little smaller, which could be considered a good fit. These clothes didn't look like Chenxi bought them recently, which meant that she had basically not grown any taller in these years. I didn't expect that I could still wear these clothes. It seems that I don't need to buy new clothes. These clothes seem to be able to let me wear them for a while. Chenxi was a little surprised. She could save a little money to buy the snacks she wanted. Clothes and other things can be worn. Forget it, let's just go out. I'll look online to help you pick out some new clothes to wear tonight. No need, if the clothes are not wearable or broken, I will buy them myself. Ju Wan, you don't have to buy clothes for me. What if I want to see you wearing cute clothes? If this reason doesn't work, then if you don't accept it, I won't make delicious food for you. It's up to you, I won't say anything. Ju Wan only knows how to threaten her with food, but she will be threatened successfully every time. There is no way who let Ju Wan cook delicious food. Since Chenxi didn't have suitable shoes, she went out in slippers. After a few minutes of hesitation, the two finally came to the outside, a small path where few people passed by, but the surrounding street lights were still working diligently. Let's go, little cutie, let's walk along this path, we won't go too far, and I won't lose you. Suju Wan stretched out her hand to Chenxi, waiting for her response. Chenxi hesitated for a moment, but finally put her hand on Su Zhouwan's and started a walking trip with her that she had not experienced for a long time. Chapter 16. Kill a melon for you. Chenxi was very nervous. She hadn't been out for a long time. She didn't know what to do if she met a stranger. She couldn't talk to strangers like she did on the internet. She unconsciously tightened her grip on Su Zhouwan's hand and held it tightly, as if this would make her feel a little more at ease. Little cutie, don't be so nervous. We're just taking a walk together. There won't be any problem. Look, how beautiful the moon is in the sky. Chenxi looked up at the sky. It was pitch black. There was no moon. She couldn't even see the stars. Zhouwan, the sky is pitch black. There was no moon. I didn't even see a single star. Look carefully. Isn't the moon hanging in the sky? It's right there. Chenxi looked in the direction of Su Zhouwan's finger. It was still pitch black. She couldn't even see the shadow of the moon. Ku Zhouwan, you lied to me. There is no moon where you pointed. Yes, but I picked it off. Do you want to taste what the moon tastes like? Su Zhouwan conjured a crescent-shaped thing in his hand like a magic trick. It was slightly larger than ordinary candy, but it could still be put in the mouth and tasted. Is this a new snack? Let me taste it and see how it tastes. Chenxi ate the crescent-shaped thing in one bite, just like eating a candy, sweet. Little cutie, you are not so nervous now, right? No one will pass by here, let's walk together. Su Zhouwan's actions really made her feel less nervous, just like interacting with her normally at home. Holding her hand, walking with her on the path. How does it feel to go out for a walk? Is it better than staying at home all the time? No, I still feel that staying at home is better. The air conditioning at home is more comfortable than the wind outside. And I can lie down or lie on the sofa, how comfortable it is. What you said makes sense, so I will reward you to go out for a walk with me for half an hour every night. If you don't go out for a walk with me one night, there will be no midnight snack that night, and there will be no meat for lunch the next day. Hey! Zhouwan, you can't do this. If I meet someone when I go out at night, I will be in trouble. Can I go out for a walk with you 1 day a week? 5 days, go out for a walk with me 5 days a week. If you go out for a walk with me 5 days a week, I will make you some extra delicious food. If you go out for a walk with me less than 3 days a week, then your meat dishes will be halved next week, and there will be no midnight snacks. Okay, no problem, I promise you. It's just a walk near home. As long as she doesn't meet anyone, what is there to be afraid of? Zhouwan will prepare extra delicious food for her. Okay, let's go for a walk in the street in a few days. I'll take you to taste street food. If you find anything you want, you can buy it. Wait, didn't we agree to take a walk near home? Why do we have to take a walk on the street? You are not keeping your word. Really? I only promised you to take a walk near home this time, and if you take a walk on the street, I can buy you delicious food. Don't you crave street barbecue? You can smell the fragrance from dozens of meters away. When you take a bite, the gravy and spices are intertwined. Zhouwan, don't say it. If you say it again, I can't help but want to try it. This is my last bottom line. I will accompany you for a walk except in crowded places. Is this okay? Su Zhouwan thought about it. Chenxi hasn't been out for a long time. She must have social phobia. If she is taken directly to crowded places, she will definitely faint or have other bad symptoms. Let's take her to get familiar with the flow of people little by little, otherwise I can't take her to some fun places in the future. Okay, I will slowly take you to places farther from home. I will try to avoid taking you to places with a lot of people, but you may still meet some people along the way, and you may need to slowly adapt. Can't you choose some routes without people? Chenxi looked at Su Zhouwan pitifully, and even squeezed out a few tears from the corners of her eyes. I don't know if we will suddenly meet people while walking on the road, but don't worry, I will be with you and face strangers with you. I believe you can definitely overcome your fear of strangers. I also want to go to the amusement park with you and travel to other places together. The two walked and talked, and unknowingly they had completed half an hour of walking time, which made Chenxi feel that the outside world was not as scary as she imagined. Back home, Su Zhouwan sat on the sofa and massaged Chenxi's feet. After the massage, both parties said that it was very good and they got what they wanted. Little cutie, do you want to eat watermelon? I'll go cut a watermelon for you. Su Zhouwan bought the watermelon yesterday. It's not very big. It's very comfortable to eat half of it with a spoon after cutting it. And it was washed and put in the refrigerator after it was bought yesterday. If you want to eat it, pick a sweeter watermelon. Let's cut it and eat half of it separately. Su Zhouwan took the watermelon with the best pattern and performed a watermelon cutting trick for her in front of Chenxi. First, he stabbed the watermelon directly with a knife, then slid down to cut a hole, then pulled the knife out of the watermelon, and then cut the watermelon in half from the middle. When she saw the knife stabbing into the watermelon, the expectant expression on Chenxi's face froze instantly, and slowly turned into fear. When the watermelon was cut in half, she was so scared that she didn't dare to say a word. She was shaking a little, for fear that Zhouwan would do the same to her. Okay, little cutie, the watermelon has been killed. Now you can enjoy the sweet watermelon. Su Zhouwan inserted a small spoon on a watermelon and put the half watermelon in front of Chenxi. Chenxi took the watermelon tremblingly and didn't dare to say a word. Su Zhouwan suddenly couldn't help laughing. She didn't expect that she just performed a watermelon killing video in front of Chenxi, and she scared her like this. Little cutie, you won't be scared by me, right? This is just a video I watched before. If you don't believe it, you can watch it too. Su Zhouwan showed Chenxi the video of killing watermelon, and then her little face suddenly turned red. Who is scared? I just shivered because of the cold air conditioning, how can I be scared? Chenxi's whole body was soft, but her mouth was particularly hard. But Su Zhouwan believed that Chenxi's mouth was also soft, because she had tasted it before, although it was only for a short while, but she was sure that it was soft. Yeah, little cutie, I'm not scared. It's all because of the air conditioner. Chapter 17 Watching a horror movie. Although Zhu Wan did scare her when he killed the watermelon just now, the watermelon is very sweet and delicious, and she threw the fear away in a short while. By the way, Zhu Wan, it is said on the internet that watermelon will become sweeter after sprinkling salt on it. Do you want to try it? It seems to be true, but I think this watermelon is sweet enough. There is no need to sprinkle salt or do anything to increase its sweetness. And I remember that it seems that it will become sweeter if you sprinkle salt in moderation. Little cutie, do you know how much to add in moderation? Of course, she didn't know what the moderation was. Every time she saw or heard words like a little amount, she felt a little annoyed. This way of expression is like a riddle, man. Can't you give a more specific unit? Forget it, I suddenly feel that this watermelon is sweet enough. There is no need to add anything. It would be boring to eat watermelon like this, so the two discussed watching a movie together. Little cutie, why can't the TV be turned on? How long have you not used this TV? I don't remember. I have always watched cartoons or movies on the computer, and occasionally watched them on my phone while lying in bed. I haven't turned on this TV for a few years. Su Zhouwan checked around the TV, but she didn't understand what was wrong, so she gave up and went to the computer to watch the movie. Zhouwan, why did you choose to watch movies in my room? Can't you watch it in the computer room? It's not as comfortable as your bed, and it's a bit too empty. It would be okay if there was a projector and a screen, but if not, you can't watch it while lying down. But my bed is not close to the computer, so I can't watch it while lying down, right? Don't worry about it. Let's find some good movies. Su Zhouwan changed the subject directly and took Chenxi to look for any good movies. This one looks good, and there are a lot of comments below, all of which are positive. How about we watch this one? It looks good, but Zhu Wan, can you change the type of movie? I can't sleep if I watch horror movies at night. But I just watched other types of movies, and there is nothing that interests me. If it doesn't work, we can watch Conan. This one is not scary. I have watched the latest episode of Conan, and I don't want to watch it again. I'd better look for some interesting movies. Chenxi searched for 10 minutes, but didn't find any movies he wanted to watch. They were either about love, or forced to lower intelligence. Horror movies were slightly better. Little cutie, let's watch a horror movie. When you were looking for a movie just now, I read the comments of that horror movie. Many people said that the horror element is not that high, and it is more suitable for you to watch. Okay, let's watch this one. Su Wan opened the horror movie he found before and clicked to play it. Then he and Chenxi watched the plot at the beginning of the movie while eating melons. There didn't seem to be anything scary at the beginning, and there was even a little bit of comedy in it, which made Chenxi feel that this was not a very scary movie, which made her feel a little relieved. The movie was quite long, nearly 2.5 hours long. In order to avoid being bored while watching the movie, she also brought some snacks and a few bottles of drinks. After half an hour of plot preparation, the main plot of the movie finally began. As the plot progressed, the atmosphere gradually became tense. At the moment when the protagonists entered the weird old house, the music suddenly intensified, and the picture switched to a dark corridor. Suddenly, a black shadow flashed on the screen, accompanied by a terrifying sound effect, and Chenxi was so scared that she grabbed Su Zhouwan's arm tightly. Su Zhouwan was much calmer and comforted. "Don't be afraid, this is just a movie effect." However, the next scene caught both of them by surprise. A pale hand appeared on the screen and kept approaching the audience, as if it was going to come out of the screen and grab the people watching. Chenxi's arm accidentally touched the drink, and the cold feeling scared her directly. She thought that the hand on the screen grabbed her, and she couldn't help but screamed, which scared Su Zhouwan next to her. Su Zhouwan patted Chenxi's back. "Are you okay?" Chenxi took a few deep breaths and calmed down. "No. It's okay, I just accidentally touched the drink bottle and scared myself." The movie continued to play, and the scene became more and more gloomy and terrifying. Suddenly, a strange sound came from the TV, and then the screen flashed, and an extremely terrifying ghost face appeared. "R!" Chenxi screamed again, and the snacks in her hand were scattered all over the floor. The two consecutive scares forced Su Zhouwan to turn off the movie first, and then began to comfort Chenxi, telling her that it was all fake and asked her not to be so scared anymore. Oh, the movie is scary, let's not watch it, okay?" Chenxi's eyes were shining with tears, as if tears would flow out of her eyes in the next second. Okay, let's not watch that movie. Let's watch something light and happy to relax and forget about what happened just now." At night, after taking a bath together, Chenxi didn't even mention the midnight snack. It seemed that the movie really scared her. Didn't she forget it after watching so many funny videos? She didn't even ask about the midnight snack. "Juan, I'm scared, will you sleep with me tonight?" Chenxi's eyes were full of tears again, as if those tears would flow out and drown her as long as Su Zhouwan didn't agree. At this moment, Chenxi was like a delicate porcelain doll, as if she would break if she exerted a little force, so Su Zhouwan couldn't bear to refuse her at all. "Okay, I'll sleep with you today. But my sleeping posture may not be very good, just don't dislike me. What do you want to eat for the midnight snack today? I'll make it for you." Chenxi shook her head, indicating that she was scared and had no appetite now. She wanted Zhouwan to accompany her to bed to rest directly, otherwise she would not be able to sleep. A few minutes later, the two of them lay on Chenxi's bed. Chenxi held one of her arms with both hands, and her whole body leaned against her. She could feel a slight tremor, proving her fear. It was her first time sleeping in the same bed with someone else, which made her feel a little uncomfortable, but since the little cutie leaned on her arm for comfort, she was not so hypocritical. Su Zhouwan touched Chenxi's head and comforted her softly. Then he hummed an unknown ballad to coax Chenxi to sleep slowly. Perhaps the singing had an effect. Chenxi slowly calmed down, and then it was like she fell asleep. She gently called the other person's name, but there was no response. "I'm a little sleepy, good night, little cutie." Chapter 18. You don't cherish the chance you gave me. Juan. Juan, wake up. Chenxi tried to wake Juan up softly, but it was a pity that it was useless. Su Zhouwan's sleep quality was too good. Then she patted her face with her hands, but it didn't work. After waving her hands a few times, she turned over and continued to sleep. No, is she sleeping so soundly? Is she pretending? It doesn't look like it. Can't she grasp the chance I gave her? In order to get closer to Su Zhouwan, she pretended to be a weak girl who couldn't sleep at night after watching a horror movie. As a result, Su Zhouwan comforted her a few words and coaxed her to sleep. This was not what she expected. But she still cooperated and pretended to sleep for a while. Now she wanted to proceed to the second stage, but she didn't expect this guy to sleep so soundly that she couldn't wake her up at all. She really wanted to punch her twice. Chenxi tried several ways to wake Su Zhouwan up, and she was just short of stepping on her face. Finally, her efforts paid off, and Su Zhouwan was finally woken up by her. "Zhouwan, can you accompany me to the bathroom? I'm scared." Chen's face immediately changed into a pitiful look, a few tears squeezed out of the corners of her eyes, and her body was shaking. Su Zhouwan, who was suddenly woken up, was originally a little resentful, but when she saw Chenxi like this, coupled with her trembling words, she still held back her anger and agreed to Chenxi's request. Zhouwan, are you still there? Don't leave me here alone, I will be scared. Yes, I'm here. Don't worry, I will accompany you outside and wait until you come out. Chenxi would ask if Zhouwan was there every 7-8 seconds, and Su Zhouwan would reply her tirelessly. Chenxi in the bathroom was about to smile. After a few minutes, Chenxi came out of the bathroom and carefully took Su Zhouwan's hand and returned to the room. Zhouwan, are you asleep? Not yet, what's wrong? I can't sleep. When I close my eyes, the scary scenes in the movies appear in my mind. I don't dare to close my eyes to sleep. Chenxi moved her body to get closer to Zhouwan. It would be even better if she could be in Zhouwan's arms. If you are really scared, then hold me to sleep. This should reduce your fear a little. Is this okay? Will it affect you? No problem. If you don't mind, I can hold you to sleep. The effect should be the same. Even if there are ghosts coming, I won't let them disturb you. Chenxi didn't hesitate too much. She hugged Zhouwan and let Zhouwan hug her. She said that with Zhouwan's warm hug, she would not feel scared and would definitely sleep well. Unfortunately, Chenxi's plan fell through. Until she fell asleep, Zhouwan didn't do anything to her. The most he did was probably to give her a warm hug. The next morning, Chenxi was a little unhappy after seeing that her body was normal. She was obviously very interested in her and wanted to eat her when they met some time ago. Now that she was right in front of her, she didn't move at all. It seemed that she had to use her backup plan. In the afternoon, Chenxi took out her treasured chocolate and shared it with Su Zhouwan. The chocolate was alcohol-filled, but it was not so easy to taste, and it would take a certain amount of time to take effect. She didn't believe that Zhouwan could treat her normally after being drunk. This time, their relationship could finally be heated up. Little cutie, this chocolate tastes really good, don't you want to eat a few too? These chocolates are specially prepared by me to thank you for taking care of me. I have already eaten one piece myself. Zhouwan, you should eat more. Seeing that Su Zhouwan had almost eaten the chocolate she brought, Chenxi also showed an expression of success. She didn't believe that she could fail again this time. However, if nothing unexpected happens, something unexpected will happen. Little cutie, I feel like something is wrong with me. My head is a little dizzy, my body seems to be a little hot, and my mouth seems to be a little thirsty. You are like this now, it's normal, there's nothing wrong. Zhouwan, do you want to do something to me? What to you? By the way, should I make you something you like to eat now? But my head is a little dizzy now, and it seems that I can't make you delicious food. Besides making delicious food for me, Zhouwan, don't you have anything else you want to do for me? Other things you want to do? Su Zhouwan made a thoughtful expression, and then seemed to think of something. Of course I have other things I want to do with you. I want to go out with you, take you to the street to eat delicious food, and buy you beautiful clothes. I also want to take you to the cinema to watch movies together, to the amusement park to play together, and to travel together to see the scenery of different cities. Su Zhouwan put one hand around Chenxi's shoulders and told her what he wanted to do with her. Besides these, is there anything else you want to do to me? Well. Su Zhouwan's face seemed to be more rosy than before, and her fingers began to move restlessly, but she didn't speak for a long time. Chenxi wanted to ask her further. The next second, Su Zhouwan fell directly on her and pressed her on the sofa. Chenxi's heartbeat accelerated, and she was looking forward to the follow-up content, but the follow-up she wanted did not appear. Su Zhouwan's breathing came to her ears, and it seemed that she had fallen asleep. Chenxi sighed helplessly. She thought Su Zhouwan would speak the truth after drinking or do something under the influence of alcohol like in the TV series, but she just said a lot of words about looking forward to the future and fell asleep. And she seemed to want to say something later, but now she can't hear it. Really, you ate so much of my chocolate and said these things to me, and even pressed me directly on the sofa, you are such a bad guy. Su Zhouwan, who was sleeping soundly, hummed softly, as if protesting to Chenxi. You are angry after I said a few words to you, but I am not angry at all. You are not allowed to be angry, even if you are angry, hold it back. Su Zhouwan did not respond to her this time, lying on the sofa. I don't know what kind of sweet dream she was having, with a smile on her face. In order to prevent Su Zhouwan from getting cold, Chenxi took out a small blanket from the room and covered her with it, and secretly kissed her as a reward for covering her with the small blanket. I didn't kiss you secretly, it's just that you fell asleep by yourself. Anyway, you kissed me before, and I will be responsible for you if it doesn't work. After that, he kissed Su Zhouwan on the lips again. Anyway, Zhouwan is asleep now, and she won't notice if he kisses her secretly a few times. Ku Zhouwan, I seem to have fallen in love with you. Chapter 19. Don't make jokes that are too extreme. Zhouwan, you're awake. How was your sleep? Su Zhouwan just opened her eyes, and what she saw was Chenxi's smiling face as bright as the sun. If you don't wake up, my feet will be numb. I shouldn't have used my knees as a pillow like in the animation. Although I can see your face up close, I can't move around casually, which makes me feel suffocated. After Su Zhouwan got up, Chenxi rubbed her feet and complained to Su Zhouwan. In addition to being a little numb, there were obvious red marks on them. Let me rub them for you, so that your feet can recover faster. Chenxi didn't refuse, and let Su Zhouwan rub her feet generously. She wished Zhouwan would do more of this kind of enjoyment. By the way, little cutie, I felt a little dizzy when I got up. Do you have any idea? Hearing this, Chenxi asked Su Zhouwan seriously if she remembered what happened before. I feel like I slept for a while. My mind is blank except for a little dizziness. Could it be that something bad happened before? That's nothing. Do you remember the chocolate I gave you? It seems to have some effect. I remember that I lost consciousness not long after eating the chocolate. Is there something wrong with the chocolate you gave me? There is indeed a little problem with the chocolate. I didn't expect that the chocolate was alcohol-filled. I didn't feel it when I ate it before. I didn't expect that you would be drunk not long after eating the chocolate. The whole person was confused. No matter how I called you, it was useless. Chenxi said and imitated that look, which made Su Zhouwan a little shy. Of course, you are still good like this. Later, you got drunk and went crazy. I tried my best but failed to subdue you. Instead, you pressed me on the sofa and I couldn't move. You held down both of my hands. You said something I couldn't hear clearly, which scared me. And. At this point, Chenxi blushed. Even if she didn't say anything, Su Zhouwan knew what she wanted to say. Maybe he did something bad to Chenxi after getting drunk. That, cutie, you know I was drunk at the time. I didn't mean it, and I didn't mean it. Su Zhouwan didn't know what she was explaining. She was talking incoherently, and she didn't know what she was going to explain. Although I don't know what I did to you when I was drunk, I apologize if I did anything excessive to you. I don't ask you to forgive me, but I will be responsible for what I did. Su Zhouwan has already thought about it. If she really did something out of line with Chenxi, she would definitely be responsible for the other party. Then how do you plan to be responsible? Chenxi was in a playful mood and planned to tease Su Zhouwan to see what she would say and do. However, with Zhouwan's wooden brain, he would probably only say something like taking care of her for the rest of her life. I will take care of you for the rest of your life. Su Zhouwan said seriously, looking at Chenxi. Although she had guessed what Zhu Wan would say, she was still very happy in her heart, but she showed a sly smile on her face and deliberately asked, just that. Zhu Wan was a little panicked and stammered, then, what else do you want? As long as I can do it, I will do it. Chenxi couldn't help laughing out loud. She didn't expect that Zhu Wan, who looked very fierce and could eat her at will, would have such a simple idea. Stupid, I'm teasing you. In fact, you didn't do anything excessive, or you might want to do something excessive, but you fell down and fell asleep, which hurt me. Wait, Zhu Wan, what are you going to do? Zhu Wan took a thin branch from somewhere, gently patted it on his hand, and looked at Chenxi with a kind face. What? Guess what I'm going to do? Some unlovable girl actually lied to me like this. I thought I really did that to her, but she told me that she was teasing me. Do you know what I was thinking? But since you said that, I don't mind doing something to you. It's useless even if you cry and beg for mercy. Looking at Zhouwan's face approaching, Chenxi's heart was thumping wildly. It will definitely be an unforgettable thing for her. Then something unforgettable did happen, but it was quite different from what she had expected. Chenxi cried and wanted Suju Wan to let her go. She promised that she would never do that again. Although her clothes were not taken off, even through the fabric, Suju Wan would feel pain every time he hit her butt with a branch. Suju Wan also considered whether she was too heavy-handed, but when she found that it would only make Chenxi feel pain and would not leave marks or scars, she taught him a lesson. I still held back and didn't use too much strength. Little cutie, don't make such jokes next time. I don't like your random jokes. It will have a bad influence on others. Chenxi didn't reply to her. She had turned her head away. She didn't even want to look at Su Zhouwan again. Unless Zhouwan apologized to her, she would not care about Zhouwan again. What's wrong? Are you angry? Then you can continue to sulk here. I'll go to the kitchen to make something delicious. Anyway, you can't get up now, just watch me eat. Chenxi still didn't look back at Su Zhouwan. She just felt that the other's footsteps seemed to be getting farther and farther away. Soon, she could hear some movement from the kitchen. Ku Zhouwan, can't you coax me a little? If you just coax me a little, won't I forgive you? You left me here alone, it's too much. The more Chenxi thought about it, the angrier she became. The angrier she became, the more she thought about it. She couldn't understand why Zhouwan would treat her like this. After thinking for a long time, she still couldn't figure it out. She simply stopped thinking and closed her eyes. In the kitchen, Su Zhouwan was preparing dinner for today. She cooked all the food that Chenxi liked to eat, and specially cooked some soup to nourish her body. It seems that what I did just now was indeed a bit too much. I shouldn't treat her like this. I just need to teach her a lesson and let her realize her mistake. But when she said she was teasing me, my heart seemed to be hurt by something, as if she was playing with my feelings casually, making me lose control of myself. Could it be that it's really like the plot in some bloody novels, and I have unknowingly fallen in love with her during these days of getting along? But I'm sure my sexual orientation is normal. Su Zhouwan, who was lost in thought, smelled some bad smells, and then she realized that her food was burnt. After quickly rescuing it, she could throw away the burnt ones and continue to eat. It's all Chenxi's fault. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be distracted, and the food wouldn't be burnt. It's all her fault. Chenxi, who was lying on the sofa, suddenly sneezed. Chapter 20 Selective Amnesia. After Su Zhouwan prepared the meal, he did not choose to bring the dishes to the dining table, but instead brought the dishes to the coffee table in the living room, specifically to seduce Chenxi. What a delicious and fresh meal, it's so delicious after one bite. Su Zhouwan deliberately brought the meal to eat next to Chenxi. The aroma of the meal and the sound of Su Zhouwan chewing made Chenxi's saliva constantly secrete, and his stomach also made a gurgling sound. This chicken drumstick tastes really good, the crispy skin on the outside is really crispy, and you can eat the tender and juicy chicken in one bite, and add a little bit of just the right sauce, it's really indescribable delicious. Su Zhouwan told Chenxi her feelings after eating every bit of food, which made Chenxi really greedy. But thinking that she was still sulking with Zhouwan, she continued to pretend to be asleep and not think about the delicious food. But Su Zhouwan didn't play by the rules at all. Not only did he put the food in front of her to smell, he also put some small pieces of food into her mouth. Tears flowed from the corners of her mouth. The pain in her buttocks had almost disappeared. She sat up and turned her head away stubbornly so that she wouldn't look at Zhouwan's face. Don't think that she would give in. Okay, don't be angry. Come and eat with us. I made all the food you like. I also made chicken legs for you. Are you sure you don't want to come and eat? Although she was very hungry, she still didn't move to go over to eat with Zhouwan. She sat there with her eyes closed, not knowing what she was thinking. Forget it, if you don't want to eat, then don't eat. Anyway, I'm not the one who's hungry, so it's up to you. Besides, I'll move out tomorrow. You don't need my care anymore. Anyway, you won't eat the food I made for you, so let it go. The moment Su Zhouwan stood up, she felt something hugging her from behind. She didn't need to guess that it was Chenxi who hugged her from behind. Are you willing to eat well now? If you want to eat well, I'll go and serve you a bowl of hot rice again. If not, let me go. I'll pack my things and leave here without disturbing you. At this moment, Chenxi admitted that she was panicked. She didn't know why it was like this. When she heard Su Zhouwan say that she was leaving here, her heart felt like it was being cut by a knife. Some past memories appeared in her mind. The dull and depressed feeling almost made her faint. Is something she cherishes leaving her again? Her vision gradually became blurred, and her body lost all its strength at this moment. The hand holding Su Zhouwan loosened, and the whole person fell to the ground powerlessly. Chenxi, Chenxi, what's wrong with you? Before she lost consciousness, she seemed to feel Su Zhouwan holding her up and calling her name. Unfortunately, she could no longer respond to him now. I don't know how long it took, but when she opened her eyes again, she was already in an unfamiliar environment. After looking around, she found that it was somewhat similar to the hospital in the animation. Great, you finally woke up. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat something first? Or do you plan to rest for a while and let the doctor finish the examination before going back to eat? Su Zhouwan finally waited for Chenxi to wake up. She didn't expect that her previous words would have such consequences for her. Chenxi recalled some bad things, which made her very self-blame. At the same time, she also knew how important she was in her heart. After the examination, the doctor told her that Chenxi was now under great stimulation. After waking up, there might be some bad effects. Her mental state might be only at the level of a child. She needed to be taken good care of and must not be stimulated again. In addition, if there is no major problem after waking up, she can be discharged from the hospital. This kind of thing mainly needs the patient to overcome it by himself. The hospital has no good way. At most, it can help to vent, but cannot cure it. Ju Wan. What happened to me? Why am I in the hospital? And I feel like I have forgotten something. She had selectively forgotten the words that Su Zhouwan said about wanting to leave. If she still remembered, she might not be so calm. Nothing, you just fainted suddenly at home, which scared me, so I took you to the hospital for a checkup. Your body is still very healthy, and there is no problem. Don't worry. She didn't want to hurt Chenxi again, so she didn't tell her the truth. Is that so? Then can we go home now? I'm so hungry. I want to eat the food you cooked. Well, I'll ask the doctor to come and check you again. We can go home after confirming that there is no problem. Su Zhouwan called the doctor to help Chenxi check. After confirming that there is no problem, he took Chenxi back home in a taxi. Eat some snacks first to fill your stomach. I'll go heat up the food and bring it to you. I also made soup for you. You need more later. Chenxi happily ate snacks and waited for Su Zhouwan to heat up the food. Su Zhouwan looked at Chenxi's innocent smile, and his heart was full of guilt and love. After a while, Su Zhouwan came in with the steaming hot food. Chenxi smelled the fragrance and couldn't wait to pick up the chopsticks and eat it in big mouthfuls. Eat slowly, don't choke. Su Zhouwan gently patted Chenxi's back. For some reason, Chenxi always felt that the food tasted better than before. Could it be that she was too hungry and felt that it tasted better than before? After a bowl of hot soup, she was completely full and lay in Ju Wan's arms contentedly. Little cutie, can I ask you a question? What question? Ju Wan, ask it. I will think about it carefully before answering you. What kind of existence am I in your heart? Chenxi thought for a while, as if thinking about how to answer her question. Ju Wan is a very important person to me. He has been taking care of my life and making a lot of delicious food for me. I like Ju Wan very much and want to be with Ju Wan forever. Chenxi gave her answer, but she didn't say everything she thought. Some words are better buried in her heart. Little cutie, if I cheated on you, would you be angry or disgusted with me? That depends on what you lied to me about. If it's just some small things, I won't be angry. Unless it's something that makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't think I will feel disgusted with you. Su Zhouwan thought about it and finally chose to confess to Chenxi about what happened before. Chapter 21. You won't leave me alone, right? I'm sorry, Chenxi, I lied to you. I know. You suddenly asked me this question, probably because you feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not stupid, so I can naturally see that your expression and tone are a little different from before. But I'm a little curious about what you lied to me about. I guess it shouldn't be a small thing, otherwise you wouldn't apologize to me. Su Zhouwan felt that Chenxi seemed to be much smarter after waking up from a coma, and she was a little different from her. Is this what the doctor said might happen? You are right. It is not a small matter. It is related to your previous coma, but I don't know how to explain it to you. I am worried that you will faint again because of it. So I will give you the choice. Do you want to know why you fainted? She could have concealed it, but for some reason she felt that it would be bad to do so. However, if she explained it, she was afraid that the other party would be stimulated and faint again, which made her feel a little tormented. In the end, she gave the other party the choice. She didn't want their relationship to be broken when the matter was recalled one day because of this incident. It would be better to solve it as soon as possible. Is it the only thing? Have you cheated me in other ways? No, except for this matter. It was probably the time when I cheated you to eat shredded potatoes and fried shredded ginger a few days ago, and you ate the shredded ginger in the first bite. Su Zhouwan thought about it carefully and confirmed that he should not have deceived Chenxi. Is that so? Then I'd better not listen to why I fainted before. Since it may have a bad influence on me, there is no need for me to listen. After all, Zhouwan, you are still with me now, and I didn't leave you here alone, right? Chenxi turned over and hugged Su Zhouwan, and rubbed his cheek gently in her arms. Do you still remember what happened before? I didn't remember it when I was in the hospital. After I came back, I suddenly remembered it on the sofa. The moment I remembered it, I was afraid that you would leave and leave me here alone. But seeing you busy, I suddenly felt relieved. You won't leave me here alone, right? Su Zhouwan saw expectation in her eyes, and also revealed a hint of prayer. It seemed that she was really afraid that he would leave and leave her here alone. For Chenxi, Su Zhouwan was like the light in her life, illuminating her world. Although the light did not completely illuminate her world now, she could no longer bear the loneliness of being alone. She longed to be with him forever and never separate. Sorry. I may not be able to stay with you like this. This is not your problem, but my problem. I apologize to you. Why? Give me a reason. Chenxi's emotions were a little out of control. She grabbed Su Zhouwan's collar, hoping that she could give herself an answer that would make her disappointed in her. Su Zhouwan did not care about Chenxi's actions, but stroked her head and soothed her emotions. Didn't I say it? I'm still in school now. I will go back to school after the holiday. At that time, I won't be able to continue to accompany you here, and naturally I can't promise to stay with you all the time. Chenxi thought for a moment. It seemed that Zhu Wan had told her about this when he moved here, and that he would leave here to go to school when the semester started, so he really couldn't stay with her all the time. But if I'm at school, I'll chat with you, play games with you, and share my life at school with you if I have time at night. I'll come to see you during any long vacation, and I hope my room won't be tidied up by you, and you don't mind me disturbing you. How could I dislike you? I'll help you clean the room, and you can come and rest whenever you want, and this room will always be reserved for you. After saying these words, the two of them felt much better, and their relationship seemed to be closer, but they seemed to have a lot of things in their hearts that they hadn't said. Zhu Wan, help me rub my belly tilde. Can't you rub it yourself? You're almost as lazy as a pig. Zhu Wan rubs it more comfortably, and there's nothing wrong with being as lazy as a pig, because you've been taking care of me, Zhu Wan. Su Zhouwan massaged Chenxi's belly, but in his heart he was thinking whether he should arrange something for her to do every day, otherwise she would be spoiled sooner or later, and no one would want her even if he gave her away for free. Pig Chenxi, do you want to learn to cook with me tomorrow? Then you can eat delicious food every day even if I go to school. No, cooking is troublesome, Zhouwan, just cook for me. When you go back to school, I can order takeout. Although the taste is not as good as yours, I won't let myself go hungry. Then do you want to learn to make some simple desserts? I want to come here during the holidays and taste the desserts you made, little cutie. This time Su Zhouwan changed the way he said it to see if this would give Chenxi some motivation, otherwise she would really get spoiled if she stayed at home doing nothing all day. Dessert. Zhouwan, if you want to eat, I can try, but let me make it clear first, my cooking talent is very poor, and you are not allowed to say anything to me or hit me when you teach me. Don't worry, I will teach you how to make desserts seriously and patiently. I won't scold you or hit you. Don't worry about that. Just a few simple desserts should not be too difficult for Chenxi. Even if there may be some problems in the process, as long as I patiently teach her a few more times and tell her how to do it, there should be no problem. After massaging Chenxi's belly, the other party invited her to take a bath in the bathroom together, and offered to rub her back, which should be a pleasant surprise. Zhu Wan, is this strength appropriate? If not, I will use a little more force. Use a little more force. After rubbing her back, Chenxi offered to help her massage her shoulders, but the strength was too weak. However, Chenxi's soft little hands made up for the feeling, which was not bad. After taking a bath, the little cutie invited her to rest in the room together, saying that she thought of the scenes in the horror movies she had seen before, and she was a little scared, so she didn't dare to sleep alone, and she had to ask Juan to accompany her. She was tricked into her bed by Chenxi again, and this time she always felt a little different from the last time. Chenxi directly wrapped around her like an octopus, and said something that only by relying on Juan could she feel warm, so that she was not so scared. But Chenxi's behavior made her feel very uncomfortable when she slept, so she directly hugged Chenxi in her arms, which made her calm down a lot and she could sleep well. Chapter 22. Chenxi is A. The next morning, after Juan woke up, she looked at Chenxi, who was sleeping in a weird posture, and didn't know what to say to her. She was actually quite curious about how Chenxi could sleep in that posture. But she didn't disturb Chenxi's sleep despite her curiosity. She didn't want to make breakfast today. She planned to buy some breakfast outside when she went out for a morning run. It was okay to be lazy occasionally. She simply washed up, changed into clothes and shoes that were convenient for exercise, moved her body a little at the door, and then started her morning run. A few minutes after Juan went out, Chenxi woke up from the bed, wearing slightly loose clothes and sitting on the bed blankly, as if waiting for the brain to start up. The brain was successfully turned on, and Chenxi trotted to the bathroom, intending to go to the bathroom first, and then brush her teeth and wash her face to make herself more awake. Last night, her action failed again. She was just about to start implementing her plan when Juan hugged her in his arms and stopped her from continuing the next thing. Originally, she planned to wait until Juan fell asleep before continuing secretly, but Juan's sleepiness directly affected her, and she fell asleep in a daze. No, I have to let Juan read more orange comics, novels and animations, and let her read some books appropriately, otherwise our relationship will not make much progress when she returns to school. She knew Juan's orientation very well. Although she said that she had no intention of falling in love, what if she was deceived by a boy when she returned to school? This kind of thing must not happen, so she had to strike first. Juan was her only light, and she would not allow her only light to be taken away by others, even if she would use some not so good means. But before that, she would still go to Juan to talk and see how she felt about her. If possible, she would send herself out directly. After washing up, Chenxi looked for Juan at home, but didn't see her after a round of searching. If her luggage was not still in the room, Chenxi would think that she had left here. What's wrong, little cutie? Why did you call me suddenly? Are you hungry? I'm outside to buy you breakfast. I'll probably be home in a while. Nothing, I just miss you. I have something to tell you when you come back. Well, let's talk about it when I get back. I'm hanging up first. More than 20 minutes later, Juan came back from outside and brought back some breakfast, which was quite rich in variety. Little cutie, don't you have something to tell me? Let's talk while eating breakfast, otherwise the breakfast will get cold in a while. Juan picked up an egg and tapped it gently on the coffee table a few times, then peeled the eggshell to reveal the white and tender egg white inside. Chenxi came to Juan's side. Her clothes were too loose and half of her white shoulders were exposed, which was more attractive than the egg in Juan's hand. Juan, which do you think is more delicious, the egg in your hand or me? I don't need to think about it. Of course it's the egg. It can fill my stomach and make me not so hungry. Even if there is no egg, I will not eat you. After all, eating people is illegal. I will not do illegal things. Listening to Juan's answer, Chenxi felt like punching cotton. Is this what she meant? Juan is playing dumb with her, right? She doesn't believe it today. She snatched the egg from Juan's hand and ate it, and drank a few sips of soy milk to prevent herself from choking. Juan, tell me the truth, do you like me or not? Yes, Chenxi, you are so cute, how can I not like you? I'm not talking about this kind of like, but the kind of emotional like. I don't know. Juan drank a sip of soy milk and continued to speak. I don't know what kind of feeling I have for you. It seems to be a little higher than friendship. Although I have never been in a relationship, I know that this feeling is not the feeling of love, so I don't know how to answer you. If I confess to you, will you accept or reject me? There are only two choices, acceptance and rejection, and no other choice is left for you. So do you want me to accept or reject? Chenxi did not answer her. She told Su Zhouwan what her answer was with her actions. Chenxi's goal was very clear. She kissed Su Zhouwan's lips directly. In order to ensure that she could succeed, she asked Bai Miamia for advice and looked at the small picture book in advance to encourage herself, just to express her feelings with this kiss. This is my answer. Su Zhouwan didn't react for a long time to what had just happened. She seemed to be kissed by Chenxi, but she didn't hate this feeling. Su Zhouwan, I like you and I want to be with you forever. I know I may be a little presumptuous, and you may hate me and stay away from me. But I want to express my feelings here. Whether you accept my confession or not, I will respect your choice. Su Zhouwan has a headache now. She originally wanted to have a good breakfast with Chenxi and teach her how to make some desserts. How come she suddenly confessed to herself now? She has not yet recognized her inner thoughts and does not know how to face Chenxi's feelings. If she answers casually, she will feel a little perfunctory and playing with Chenxi's feelings. Su Zhouwan was about to answer, but who knew that her phone rang the next second? It was a call from her mother. Sorry, little cutie, can I go answer the phone first? I'll answer your question after I finish the call. Of course, this is your mother's phone, don't let her wait too long. Su Zhouwan picked up the phone and went to the balcony to answer the call. Although the distance between the two was not too far, she couldn't hear Zhouwan's chat because of the sound insulation of the balcony. Well, I understand. Thank you for your guidance. I will bring her back to see you during my next vacation. Su Zhouwan had been on the balcony for almost an hour, and Chenxi was anxious. She wanted to go to the balcony to ask her why she hadn't finished the call yet, and whether she was deliberately dragging her. But when she saw Zhouwan's relaxed look on her face after hanging up the phone, she already had an answer in her heart. Chenxi, although my request is a bit presumptuous, please allow me to ask you a question. Are you willing to spend the rest of your life with me, and we will never be separated until the end of our lives? I will do my best to take care of you and share the beauty of this world with you. I do. Chenxi said without hesitation, her face full of smiles, and then threw herself into Su Zhouwan's arms. I am also willing to be with you forever, and this is also my answer to you. After that, she lowered her head and kissed Chenxi in her arms. Chapter 23 Chenxi Cooking. It has been a week since they confessed to each other, and their relationship has only warmed up a little bit compared to before, and their interaction is still only at the stage of hugging and kissing. Theoretical knowledge is average, only knowing some simple things, and practical experience is basically zero. Even the book used as a reference material is an abridged version without detailed processes. It is gone after just a quick taste every night. However, the two of them felt okay about it. They had plenty of time to explore slowly. There was no need to do it all at once. Wouldn't it be great to unlock something new every day? Just treat it as a little fun in ordinary life. After a week of teaching, Chenxi was finally able to make a few simple desserts. At least they were no longer the kind of weird things with terrible tastes that I couldn't describe. When she was teaching her blood pressure was a little high and she almost sent herself to the hospital. Now that she saw Chenxi could make normal desserts, how could she not be happy? Little cutie, now that you have learned these desserts, I can rest assured. When I'm not around, you can follow the online tutorials to learn some other desserts. I will look forward to tasting your new desserts during the National Day holiday. Well, I will definitely learn well and make you a delicious dessert then. Ju Wan will go to school in September and come back in October. She has about a month to learn some new desserts. Maybe she can prepare a little surprise for the other party then. My little cutie has been studying making desserts seriously these days and has performed very well. I plan to give you a little reward. How about taking you out and buying you some new clothes? No, I don't want to go to the street yet. Although she took Chenxi out for a walk every day in the past few days, and the route was planned by her father and father, Chenxi trembled and hid behind her when she saw other people, a little too shy. Then how about I help you pick a nice dress online? I can occasionally see how you look in other clothes, just satisfy my curiosity, okay Tilda? Okay, but don't pick some expensive clothes. After picking the clothes, you must show them to me first, otherwise I won't agree to you buying clothes for me. No problem, I will definitely pick some cute clothes for you and dress you up cutely. Chenxi has already learned a few desserts that Su Zhouwan taught her, so there is nothing to do in the afternoon, so she can arrange what to do by herself. Since she was free, She went back to her room and started drawing on the computer the scenes of her and Jude Wan getting along in bed, playing in the living room, and making desserts together. Little cutie, what are you drawing? It looks familiar. I'm drawing some unforgettable things we've experienced in the past few days. This is when you, Jude Wan, taught me how to make desserts, and this is when we were playing in the living room. These are all beautiful memories between us, so I drew them down as a souvenir. How about it? My drawing is not bad, right? Jude Wan praised Chenxi's painting. After so many years, her painting skills are still as good as ever. Thank you for your hard work, my lovely girl, for drawing the beautiful memories between us. I'll go out and buy you some delicious food later. What do you want to eat? I want to eat braised dishes and cold dishes. The cold dishes you bought a few days ago are very delicious. You can buy a little more this time. Chenxi ordered some more dishes for Jude Wan to buy for her. She didn't forget to rub her cheek, act coquettishly in her arms, and give her a kiss to make Jude Wan happy. Otherwise, she would have to go to several places for so many dishes, and then her dear Jude Wan would be unhappy and resentful. You can't just think about yourself, you have to consider Jude Wan too. No problem, but if you buy so much food, I won't cook at night, otherwise there will be a lot of leftovers. Well, we can just eat what we bought at night. Then I'll trouble you to cook at around 5:30, my little cutie. Just put 2 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. Remember to wash the rice before cooking. I know, I'm not a child anymore. I won't make such a low-level mistake. Just leave it to me. After asking Chenxi for a kiss, Jude Wan went out to buy things. Chenxi continued to paint their beautiful memories. Time soon came to 5:30. At the urging of the alarm clock, Chenxi came to the kitchen to cook. First, 2 cups of rice, then wash it with water, and then pour out the water. When Chenxi poured the water, some of the rice ran out with the water. After losing a little rice, she thought that this would not work, so she put the rice into the bowl little by little, and then poured out the water. I am a genius. Next, I should cook the rice. The rice wetted by water would stick to the bowl, so she poured the water into the bowl first and put the rice back into the rice cooker. After turning on the power, she went back to the room. A little after 6 o'clock, Jude Wan came back from outside, with several bags full of food she bought from outside. After putting them on the dining table and tidying them up, she went to call Chenxi out for dinner. Little cutie, eat more later. If you can't finish them, it doesn't matter if you eat these things as midnight snacks. We can eat them while watching movies. Jude Wan came to the kitchen to prepare the rice, but when she saw the appearance of the rice cooker, she suddenly had a bad premonition. After opening the lid, the bad premonition really came true. The rice in the rice cooker was still soaked in water, but it looked like it should have been washed once. Chenxi did exactly what she said, but she only did what she said. She didn't press the cooking button at all. After putting the lid back on, she pressed the cooking button and returned to the restaurant with 2 empty bowls. Little cutie, eat some dishes first. The rice will take a while to cook. Remember to press the cooking button next time you cook, otherwise we won't have rice to eat. She didn't mean to blame the other party, but just reminded her not to make such a mistake next time. After all, her little cutie basically knows nothing about cooking, and it doesn't really matter whether there is rice or not for tonight's dishes. Chenxi ran to the kitchen and took a look. She found that the rice cooker was a little different from what she had seen before, and there were some small sounds. It seems that she did not cook the rice well before. Jude Wan, I didn't mean it. I thought it would cook rice as long as I turned on the power. It doesn't matter. Just remember it next time. But I still have to give you a little punishment. I'll punish you by massaging my shoulders after taking a bath at night. Chapter 24 Massage, Watching Movies. It was 7 o'clock in the evening before the 2 of them had rice. At that time, they were almost full from their vegetables, so they only had a small bowl of rice. I'm so tired, Jude Wan. Let's not go out for a walk tonight. Aren't you going to buy me clothes? Let's go online to pick some clothes later. Jude Wan thought about it and agreed to Chenxi's proposal, and began to help her pick out some suitable clothes on her mobile phone. Jude Wan, are the clothes you picked a little too childish? They look like something only elementary and middle school students would wear. Are they? I think these clothes are cute. They look good on you. You are small, so wearing too fancy clothes will look out of proportion and weird. This cute style is more suitable for you. If you don't believe me, you will know when you try them on after the clothes are delivered. In addition to clothes for going out, Ju Wan also helped her pick out a few sets of pajamas and home clothes for wearing at home. She liked the cat clothes and the shark clothes. Okay, let's buy these clothes first. I'll buy you some other nice clothes when the time comes. Ju Wan originally wanted to buy more clothes for Chenxi, and even secretly added a few cosplay clothes, but after being discovered by Chenxi, she removed them from the shopping cart without hesitation. She could only buy them for her secretly after paying this time. Chenxi checked and confirmed that there was nothing wrong with the clothes in the shopping cart, then asked Ju Wan to place the order. The express delivery will be delivered in about 3-4 days, so that Ju Wan can change into these clothes and show them to her before she goes to school. Little cutie, I bought you so many clothes, shouldn't you also show me something? What kind of show do you want Ju Wan to show me? In addition to massaging my shoulders, I ask you to provide me with a backstepping service. I heard that backstepping is quite comfortable, and I want to experience it too. Backstepping. Chenxi thought of standing on Ju Wan's back and stepping gently. Would this behavior really not hurt her? Yes, that's right, it's backstepping. Little cutie, you are not very heavy, and you are soft, so there should be no problem with backstepping, and it is also a massage method to relax the body. Since Ju Wan said so, then agree to her. At that time, I will be as careful as possible and step lightly on her back, so that it should not hurt her. After taking a shower, Ju Wan took her to her room, where she was massaged on the shoulders first, and then she began to step on her back. The strength of Chenxi's hands was too gentle for Ju Wan, so she simply stopped massaging her shoulders and let Chenxi step on her back. She stood on Ju Wan's back carefully, feeling a little shaky and not being able to keep her balance. It took her 2 minutes to get used to it, and she barely got used to it, holding onto the wall to prevent herself from falling. It's okay, little cutie, you don't feel anything when you stand on my back, so you can step on my back with a little bit of strength, and you don't have to step on the same place all the time, you can move around a little. Ju Wan's tone was no different from usual, as if she really didn't feel that she was standing on her back, which made Chenxi feel a little relieved, and she began to step on Ju Wan's back gently. Increase the strength a little bit. That's right, it's like this, it feels very comfortable. Ju Wan seemed to really enjoy stepping on her back, and she even made a few moans that would only be made when she was very comfortable, which made her more energetic. After half an hour, Chenxi was a little tired, so Ju Wan didn't continue to ask her to massage her. Chenxi's back massage was very comfortable for her, and she became more energetic. Thank you for your hard work. Next, I will massage your feet, otherwise you will feel sore in your feet. Chenxi naturally stretched out her feet for Ju Wan to massage. When Ju Wan massaged her, she usually didn't do anything else, but just concentrated on enjoying it. Okay, the massage is almost done. What do you want to do next? Of course, watch a movie. We agreed in the afternoon that we would watch a movie together tonight. No more horror movies, otherwise I won't be able to sleep. Well, how about we watch a love movie tonight? Some older love movies are still good to watch, and you won't feel bored even if you watch them several times. Then watch a love movie. This time we will go to the computer room to watch it. There are projectors and screens. You can choose a good movie. I will prepare some snacks and bring them over. Watching a movie will be more enjoyable with snacks. Go ahead, remember to bring more snacks you like. I'll find a layer of mat to spread on the ground, otherwise it will be cold and hard to sit on the floor, which is not good for your health. A few minutes later, the two were ready. A layer of soft mat was spread on the ground against the wall, and 2 pillows were brought over so that they could lie against the wall to watch the movie. There were several bottles of juice and some snacks, as well as a freshly cut fruit plate next to them. The two leaned against each other, enjoying fruit snacks while watching a classic love movie. Although they already knew the plot, they were not bored with the movie and watched it again seriously. It is a classic movie. Although I already know the subsequent plot, I still feel it is very exciting to continue watching it, especially. Chenxi shared her impressions after watching the movie. Ju Wan did not comment on anything, but just expressed her approval. Then they found another foreign love movie to watch. It was a little open, and some of the content in the movie made them feel a little hot, and their breathing became a little rapid. "Joanne, do you feel a little too hot, or let's turn on the air conditioner?" "I feel a little hot too, turn on the air conditioner, and pass me my drink by the way." After turning on the air conditioner, the two felt a little cooler, and with a few sips of the drink, the feeling of heat was gone. The movie is still going on, and it has reached the point where the male and female protagonists enter the wedding hall and swear to be married forever under the witness of the pastor. "Juan, that wedding dress is so beautiful. You will look very beautiful in it." "It is indeed very beautiful, but I think you will look more beautiful than the heroine in the movie." "As for the wedding dress, Juan, it's fine. My height is not suitable for wearing a wedding dress, so I will be a little bit wronged and wear a suit to take you home." "Why? You are wronged by being with me." "How could that be? The person who treats me the best now is Juan, how can I feel wronged if I am with you?" "You are sensible, but when the time comes, it will not be you who will marry me, but I will take you home." Chapter 25 Agreement. "Juan, you can cook and make a lot of delicious food. You know more about housework than me, and you have a good personality. You are a perfect example of a good wife and mother, so I should marry you home." Chenxi knew that with her body size, she would definitely be the one on the bottom, so she could only fight for it a little bit, so that even if Juan was too heavy-handed, she would have some comfort in her heart. So Juan smiled and gently touched Chenxi's head. "My little cutie, you just want to marry me home, but my gift is very expensive. How much do you plan to spend to marry me home?" Chenxi had never thought about this question, but she had enough money to make her live a normal life. "It should be enough to marry Juan home with this money, right? Little cutie, stop calculating. I feel like you'll get dizzy if you keep calculating. Just be obedient and let me go home and be my lovely little wife. I'll make delicious food for you every day, take you to see the scenery of different cities, and taste the special food of those cities." It seems that Juwan's conditions are quite tempting. If she becomes her little wife, she can eat the delicious food she makes every day and go out with her. Although she can't accept going to crowded places for the time being, she believes that she will overcome this problem. At that time, she will definitely go to different cities with Juwan to eat the special food of those places. Thinking carefully, it seems that what Juwan said is not much different from her current life. Has she become her little wife without knowing it? "Who is your little wife?" "I haven't agreed to marry you yet. Maybe I'll grow taller by then, even taller than you, and then I'll marry you back as my little wife." So Juwan couldn't help laughing when she heard Chenxi's words. She believed that the little cutie could grow taller, but it was unlikely that he would grow taller than her. "Juwan, what are you laughing at? Is what I just said funny? When I am taller than you, you will know you are wrong." Chenxi looked at Juwan angrily. She swore in her heart that she must grow taller than Juwan, so that she would know how powerful she was. "Nothing, I suddenly thought of something happy. Little cutie, let's make an agreement. Let's set the time after I graduate. If you can grow taller than me, I will be your little wife. If you are not as tall as me, how about being my little wife? No matter what the outcome is, I will take good care of you. No problem, if you lose, you are not allowed to cheat. Just wait to be my little wife." So Juwan didn't know where Chenxi got her confidence from, but it was a good thing that she was confident. "I hope she won't cry when she loses." After making the agreement, the two continued to watch the movie. They didn't pay much attention to the plot when they were chatting just now. They looked back for a few minutes to see what they talked about. There was nothing much in the plot afterwards, just some exciting scenes and some matching sounds, which made them both think that they had opened the wrong thing. So Joanne even quit and took a look to make sure that what she opened was correct, but what about the clips that only appear on such a small website? Should we say that it is worthy of being a foreign movie and it is really something? Little cutie, there seems to be nothing to watch in this movie. It's getting late. Let's brush our teeth and go back to the room to sleep. So Joanne turned off the computer, but the scene of the movie just now was still vivid in her mind. Even with the air conditioner on, she still felt that her body was a little hot, and she might need to use cold water to cool it down a little. Chenxi felt a little itchy in her heart. She wanted to do something with Joanne, so she found an excuse to let Joanne continue to sleep with her today. After brushing their teeth and washing their faces, the two lay on Chenxi's big bed again, but this time their breathing was a little more rapid, as if something big was going to happen next. Chenxi took the initiative to move towards Ju Wan, and both of them could smell the faint fruity scent on each other. Ju Wan, you smell so good, let me get closer to smell what kind of scent it is and why it smells so good. As she spoke, she moved closer to Ju Wan until her whole body was pressed against her, greedily enjoying the scent of the other person. Seeing that Ju Wan didn't say anything, she began to get bolder and began to get ahead. Ju Wan, don't you think it's uncomfortable to sleep with clothes on? Let me help you take off your clothes, I promise you can sleep well this way. With Ju Wan's cooperation, her clothes were quickly taken off, and then she took off her own clothes in no time. Ju Wan, why are you so cold? This is not good, let me hug you to warm your body up. Chenxi hugged Ju Wan directly, buried her face between the two most comfortable parts of her body, and rubbed her face from time to time. It's a facial cleanser, and it feels so good. Little cutie, have you had enough fun? If not, continue playing for a while. But, you need to put out the fire you lit yourself. Of course not, let me play for a while, and then I'll let Ju Wan play, okay? I'll put out the fire I lit. Chenxi said, but her hands didn't stop moving. She hadn't had enough fun yet. She'd let Ju Wan put out the fire after she had enough. But she had to be careful not to go too far and let Ju Wan do it directly. After a while, Chenxi lay down on the bed, indicating that she had had enough fun and could help Ju Wan put out the fire, so that she didn't have to be so polite to herself, and it was okay to be a little too much. Little cutie, your hands are so soft and small. That's so you can hold it easily and not lose me easily. Ju Wan pressed on Chenxi, supporting her with his hands on both sides, looking at her with fiery eyes. Chenxi's heart was pounding, she closed her eyes shyly, waiting for what was to come. Ju Wan gently kissed Chenxi's lips, and then slowly deepened the kiss. Their breaths intertwined, and the room was filled with an ambiguous atmosphere. I don't know how long it had been, Chenxi's face had become abnormally rosy, and the whole person lay obediently in Ju Wan's arms, looking like a little wife. So Ju Wan hugged Chenxi with one hand, looking at the little person in his arms with tenderness in his eyes. Ju Wan, what we just did was considered. I know too well, but I think it should be considered. Little cutie, you now completely belong to me, and I will treat you well for the rest of my life. After listening to Ju Wan's words, Chenxi's heart was filled with happiness and satisfaction. She hugged Ju Wan tightly, feeling her warmth. Well, I will treat you well for the rest of my life, Chenxi said softly. This night, their feelings heated up again. Actually, they didn't really do it. After all, as mentioned above, their theoretical knowledge was average, their practical experience was insufficient, and even the reference book was an abridged version without the process. So what they did was also an incomplete process, with some experience but not much. Chapter 26 New Clothes. A few days passed in a blink of an eye. Chenxi was no longer so scared of strangers, but she would still subconsciously hide behind Ju Wan, which made her feel safer. The clothes she bought online before have been delivered. After unpacking the express, Chenxi threw all the clothes into the washing machine to wash them and then threw them on the balcony to dry. It is estimated that she will not be seen wearing those clothes until tomorrow. They have also tried to have in-depth communication in the past few days, but they stopped every time when Chenxi cried out in pain. Obviously, she didn't use any strength. It seems that the little cutie is still too fragile. Anyway, there is no rush now. It's okay to take it slowly. The little cutie won't get lost here. There are also many more intimate pictures between her and Ju Wan in Chenxi's painting book. Seeing these pictures can remind me of the scene at that time. Little cutie, let's go out for dinner. Take a break and continue painting after dinner. Wait a minute, wait until I finish this, otherwise it will take a lot of time if the feeling is not right. A few minutes later, Chenxi came out of the room and sat next to Ju Wan to eat with her. By the way, Ju Wan, when are you going to school? September 1st, there will be enough time for me to organize my dormitory things. I plan to take you out more these days and get used to the crowd outside, otherwise you may not even go out when I go to school. Of course, we will not only take you out, we will also eat in restaurants outside and take you to some fun places to experience, which may help you overcome social anxiety. Just make the arrangements, and I will just follow you obediently. I will try my best to behave normally when I am outside. She also wants to go to other places with Juan in the future, so she also has to work hard to overcome her own problems and can't let Juan always accommodate her. No problem, but I may assign you a few small tasks to see if my taking you out these days can help you overcome your social anxiety. It won't be something difficult, such as asking you to go shopping by yourself. When you buy things, you can also avoid communicating with others as much as possible. Just buy things. She didn't expect Chenxi to talk to others. As long as she was not so scared when looking at others alone, she could spend more time to help her get used to it. They will go out in the next few days, so tonight's walk was also cancelled. Juan, who was anxious, took in Chenxi's clothes that were not yet dry on the balcony and put them in her room to dry them with the air conditioner for half an hour. We are going out tomorrow, and it is obviously not appropriate to choose the right clothes for you in the morning, so now, my little cutie, try on all these clothes, and let me see which one will be more suitable for you tomorrow. Chenxi originally planned to put on all these clothes for Juan to see, but before she agreed, Juan said nice things and promised her delicious food, so she reluctantly accepted the extra kindness and put on these clothes for Juan to see. Juan picked clothes that were full of youthful vitality. After Chenxi put them on, she felt lively and cute, just like the innocent and cute little sister next door, pure and flawless, making people feel pity. Juan, is it too weird for me to wear this? I look like a child no matter how I look at it. Let's change some clothes to see. This set of clothes is quite cute, but Chenxi always feels that this is the clothes that children wear, and she always feels a little weird when she wears it. No, I think this one looks good, isn't it cute? And this isn't a child's outfit, this is the outfit I carefully selected for you. Wear this outfit tomorrow. Since Juan likes it, then let it be. As long as you don't think about it deliberately, you are still cute this way. Thinking about it, Chenxi suddenly posed in front of the mirror, which made Juan, who was watching, melt. Then Juan changed Chenxi into other clothes. Chenxi looked cute in each different outfit. Finally, she chose the one-piece outfit of Little Shark and put it on. What a cute little shark, I have something delicious here, come here and let me rub it. Juan took out a piece of candy from somewhere to tempt Chenxi. Under the temptation of the candy, Chenxi obediently came over and let her rub it for a while, showing a cute expression. Little cutie, can you make a fierce expression like this picture? Juan took out her phone and showed a picture to Chenxi. Chenxi thought about it and tried to imitate the expression of the anime character in the picture, making a slightly different fierce expression, but the picture and Chenxi were equally cute. So cute, this photo will be my phone wallpaper in the future. When I open my phone at school, I can see my cute little wife. She's not your little wife yet. Chenxi looked at Juan shyly. Another cute expression was taken by her and saved in the album she created for Chenxi. Looking at Chenxi's cute appearance, Juan suddenly remembered something and ordered some things on her phone, which made Chenxi curious. Juan, what did you buy? These are ingredients for your midnight snack. I just had a sudden idea and knew what kind of midnight snack to make for you. I guarantee you will like it. Time passed quickly and it was the midnight snack time that Chenxi was looking forward to. She wanted to see what delicious midnight snack Juan had prepared for her. A burst of fragrance came from the kitchen. The fragrance alone made her greedy and she looked forward to the midnight snack Juan prepared for her. Try it. The fried dried fish specially made for you is coated with a layer of flour to increase the crispy taste and lock the freshness of the fish meat inside. It tastes as crispy as potato chips tilder. Chenxi picked up a dried fish and put it in her mouth. She bit it gently. With a crunch, the crispness of the dried fish spread in her mouth. It's delicious. Her eyes were shining, and there were some crumbs on the corners of her mouth. She looked very cute. I'm going to take a picture and send it to the group so that my friends can enjoy it. It would be a shame not to show off such delicious dried fish. After taking the picture, Chenxi edited a message in the group. Tonight's midnight snack is delicious dried fish tilder at dried fish. After sending the message, she threw her phone aside and continued to enjoy her delicious midnight snack. As for the chat content in the group, she didn't plan to read it for the time being. Eating the dried fish was the most important thing. Little cutie, eat slowly, no one is trying to snatch it from you, look at your mouth full of crumbs. Juan used a tissue to wipe the crumbs off the corners of Chenxi's mouth, and when he looked at the tempting red lips moistened by oil, he couldn't help but take a bite. Chapter 27 Breakfast Out. How does it taste? Do you want another bite? It tastes very good, but a small taste is enough. After tasting too much, you won't have that taste and feeling, so save it for when you need it. Otherwise, I can't stand it without you in school. If I don't control my desire a little now, what should I do when I'm in school? There is no little cutie Chenxi to kiss in school. I can chat with you on the phone every night, so that you can see me every day even if you are at school, but I don't think I can do anything else. It's enough for you to chat with me every night. If you chat with me, I can have a good dream when I go to bed at night. While the two chatted, Chenxi finished a plate of fried dried fish, but she didn't seem satisfied and planned to eat something else. Eating too much at night is not good for sleep. Go to bed early tonight. We have to go out tomorrow. Let's experience it from breakfast. Originally, I wanted to play something with Ju Wan, but Ju Wan said so I'll prepare to rest. It's the same next time I play games with Ju Wan. Tonight Ju Wan didn't sleep in the same room with her. They both went back to their own rooms to rest. Otherwise, if something happened, it might delay their bedtime. It would be better to sleep separately. The next day, both of them slept well and got up early. After washing and changing into clothes for going out, they could go out for breakfast. Little cutie, are you ready? If you are, we will set off. Don't forget anything at home. It would be better to check it again. I have just checked it once. I put everything I need in the small backpack you prepared for me. I also brought a little snacks to satisfy my cravings when I have nothing to eat. Then let's go. When I went out yesterday, I borrowed a car that I don't usually drive from a friend here to facilitate our travel today. It's a bit inconvenient to take a taxi, and it's easy to waste time. Su Zhouwan directly made up a friend out of nothing, making the car parked here reasonable. Otherwise, it would be unreasonable to suddenly have an extra car to take her out. The two got in the car. Su Zhouwan fastened her seatbelt, turned to look at Chenxi. Little cutie, have you decided where we're going to have breakfast? There are several delicious restaurants nearby. Do you have any breakfast you want to eat? Like soy milk and fried dough sticks. As long as you take me to eat, I like it. Chenxi looked at Su Zhouwan happily. Su Zhouwan smiled and started the car. After a while, they arrived at the door of a breakfast shop. The shop looked a little deserted, but the shop was filled with the strong aroma of food. After getting off the car, Su Zhouwan took Chenxi's hand and walked into the shop, found an empty seat and sat down. See what you want to eat, I'll go order. She handed the menu to Chenxi. Chenxi took the menu and looked at it carefully. In the end, she chose a basket of steamed buns, a cup of hot soy milk and a tea egg. Su Zhouwan ordered almost the same as hers, but added a portion of tofu pudding. You can choose the right flavor to add to the tofu pudding. There are sour, sweet, bitter, spicy and salty here. Su Zhouwan chose to add sugar and vinegar to taste the sweet and sour tofu pudding. Zhouwan, give me a bite of the tofu pudding, so I can taste it. Su Zhouwan scooped a small piece of sweet and sour tofu pudding with a spoon and fed it to Chenxi. Chenxi bit it directly on her spoon without disdain. It tastes a bit strange. What did you add? I added some sugar and vinegar to make sweet and sour tofu pudding. I was just curious and wanted to try it. It tasted acceptable. Sweet and sour tofu pudding? I always feel like I've heard of it somewhere. It shouldn't be seen in snacks or recipes. So where exactly have you seen it? I can't remember it. It's the name of the author of the novel you recommended to me before. I suddenly thought of her name, so I suddenly wanted to try the taste of sweet and sour tofu pudding. I was wondering why it sounded so familiar. It turned out to be my favorite author. I was so busy reading her novels that I forgot the author's name. If Ju Wan hadn't pestered her every day, how could she have forgotten it? Anyway, Ju Wan would take the blame. They didn't order much, but Ju Wan wanted Chenxi to feel the feeling of eating breakfast outside, so she deliberately ate a little slower. Some more customers came to the breakfast shop to eat breakfast. As the number of customers increased, Chenxi became more and more introverted. He could chat happily with her before, but now he was sitting next to her in fear, and began to urge her to finish breakfast and leave. It's okay, we'll leave here in 5 minutes. If you can't hold on, you can tell me and I'll adjust today's schedule appropriately. She chose some more lively places today. If Chenxi can't hold on, then she will change the plan and take her to some quiet places with few people. It's okay, it's just 5 minutes, I can hold on. Chenxi tried her best to make her tone sound normal. Her hands were tightly grasping Zhu Wan's clothes, and she felt faintly that she seemed to be trembling. In just 5 minutes, Chenxi felt like she was in prison. She never thought that 5 minutes could be so slow, making her feel like she was sitting on needles, and she was uncomfortable no matter how she sat. Fortunately, when the 5 minutes were up, Zhu Wan took her to checkout and left. After returning to the car, Chenxi was panting heavily, but she looked very excited. Zhu Wan, I did it. I just persisted in the crowd for 5 minutes. Although I didn't chat with others, I still felt that I was so awesome. Compared to the past, she has indeed improved a lot. I believe that in the near future, they will be able to travel to other cities together. Little cutie is great. I'll go buy you a bottle of water to calm down. You can rest in the car for a while. I'll be back soon. Well, I'll stay in the car and wait for you to come back. After Su Zhouwan got off the car to buy water, she locked the car to prevent Chenxi from being lost accidentally. Although the little cutie is already an adult, what does it matter? In her eyes, he is still a cute child. Chenxi sat in the car and turned on her mobile phone to record what happened today. The 5 minutes she persisted in the breakfast shop was a memorable thing for her. This is not only her own progress, but also the result of Zhu Wan's company these days. She will overcome her social phobia. Even if she didn't overcome it, at least she would stay by Zhu Wan's side and not be so scared when she went out with her. She believed she could do it. Chapter 28 Hiking. A few minutes later, Su Zhouwan bought 2 bottles of cold drinks and handed one to Chenxi, who was resting in the back row. Iced peach juice, I bought a big bottle for you, it should be enough for you to drink for a while. How is it, have you recovered a little? I feel almost done, we can continue our next trip. The first stop they were going to was the forest park. The forest park was cooler in the morning, there were not many people, and the environment was very good, which was very suitable as the first stop for outdoor play today. The forest park is an open scenic spot. Although tickets are required, it does not cost money. You only need to make an appointment on your mobile phone and scan the code to enter. However, there are few people now, and there is no need to show the QR code. You only need to go through security to make sure there are no lighters or other things. Little cutie, do you want to walk up the mountain slowly or take the sightseeing bus? My suggestion is that it is better to walk up the mountain slowly. It will take about an hour. We can enjoy the scenery along the way and take pictures of the beautiful scenery with our mobile phones. There will also be some resting places along the way. If you are tired, you can rest for a while. It is also good to take a sightseeing bus. You can enjoy the scenery along the way on the sightseeing bus. It is not very convenient to take pictures along the way, but it is relatively easy. It only takes more than 10-20 minutes to reach the top of the mountain. You decide how to go up the mountain. Chenxi thought about it. Since they were out to play, they should enjoy the process. So they decided to go to the top of the mountain with Zhu Wan. A few minutes later. Zhu Wan, climbing the mountain is so tiring. Why don't we sit down and rest for a while? I can't walk anymore. She didn't expect climbing the mountain to be so tiring. She thought it was just like taking a walk. She could walk a long distance easily. The result was a little different from what she imagined. She felt exhausted after just a few steps. We have just started walking, we can't rest so soon, otherwise the journey will be more difficult. Little cutie, hold on a little longer, how about we rest at the next rest stop? They actually didn't walk far, just past the sightseeing bus stop, and the previous journey was basically the stairs into the forest park. Then I'll hold on a little longer, and I'll rest for a while when I reach the next rest stop. It was just a little bit tiring, as long as she endured a little. When she reached the next rest stop, she could sit comfortably and rest for a while, and then let Zhu Wan help her massage her feet. Thinking of this, she had the motivation to move forward again, and slowly headed towards the next rest stop. On their way up the mountain, she could see sightseeing buses passing by from time to time. She didn't envy the people sitting in the car at all, because she had Zhu Wan by her side to accompany her to climb the mountain. It was quite tiring to climb a mountain with a backpack, especially since there were a lot of things in her backpack. Zhu Wan saw this and put her backpack on her back, which greatly reduced her weight and made her feel much more relaxed. Juan, how long will it take to get to the next rest stop? We have been walking for a long time and our feet are a little tired. It should be soon. You can pay attention to the scenery around you and don't just think about climbing to the top of the mountain. This will make you relax and you won't feel so tired. It was a bit embarrassing that the road they chose to go up the mountain was not very good. There was no good scenery around. There were either lurs or trees next to it, or guardrails to prevent falling. Chenxi was still shouting that she was tired, but she never stopped and followed Juan. Finally, they came to a rest stop on the side of the road. There were several marble-like benches fixed on the side of the road. It was quite good to stop and rest for a short time. It is best not to stop to rest when climbing a mountain. It is best to walk all the way up. But if you feel very tired, then sit down and rest for a while, don't make yourself suffer extra. Juan, let's sit there and rest for a while to replenish our energy. Well, you can't stand it if you keep walking like this, it's necessary to drink some water and sit down to rest. After sitting on the bench, Chenxi asked Juan for her backpack and took out some snacks from it to share with her. Juan, massage my feet. I feel like they are going to break. I'll massage your feet when we get to the top. If you massage them now, we'll have to go up the mountain again. It won't be very helpful. Well, you must massage my feet when we get to the top. If you forget, I'll bite you tilde. Don't worry, I won't forget. When we get to the top, we'll find a place to eat and rest for a while, and I'll massage your feet. After resting for 10 minutes, Chenxi's strength was almost restored. She continued to move towards the top of the mountain with full fighting spirit. I can't do it anymore. How long will it take to get to the top? If I don't get to the top of the mountain and rest for a while, I'll collapse from exhaustion. Chenxi regrets her decision now. If she had known that climbing the mountain was so tiring, she would have chosen to take the sightseeing bus up. Not only would it be faster to get to the top of the mountain, but it would also be less tiring. We will reach the top of the mountain in a little while, and you can sit down and have a good rest. We can also order some delicious snacks and a cold drink. How about it? Are you motivated now? She understood Chenxi. Under the temptation of delicious food, Chenxi no longer complained of being tired, and even her eyes became more determined. After walking for a few more minutes, they saw many shops open together, providing supplies and services for travelers who arrived here like a rest stop. Okay, we have arrived. Next, do we plan to see the scenery below the mountain from the top of the mountain, or do we plan to eat something and rest first? Of course, I will eat something and rest for a while. The scenery will not go away, but my stomach has protested to me. It needs to replenish some energy immediately. It took them nearly 2 hours to travel a distance of more than an hour. Chenxi, who did not eat much breakfast, was already protesting after reaching the top of the mountain. Then let's eat something first. Which one do you want to eat? Hamburgers. I feel like I haven't eaten hamburgers for a long time. I almost forgot the taste of hamburgers. I have to try it again this time. Pushing the door of the hamburger shop and going in, the coolness of the air conditioner made them feel as if they were in heaven. They found a seat where no one was and sat down. After discussing what to eat, Juan went to order 2 hamburger sets. While they were still preparing their sets, Juan massaged Chenxi's feet, which made her feel that the fatigue she had felt all the way was relieved a lot. Okay, I've almost finished massaging you. Our sets are ready. I'll go get the food first. Not long after Juan got the food, he came over with a large tray full of the food they ordered, plus 2 glasses of iced cola. The food was already on the table, so there was no need to be in a daze. Let's eat first. Chapter 29 Downhill Trip. First, let's try some snacks like French fries and chicken nuggets to satisfy our appetite. Although Juan made her supper or snacks every day, she hadn't tasted French fries for a while. Besides, French fries should be eaten while hot. They are not delicious when cold. Little cutie, don't put food directly into your mouth with your hands. You touched a lot of things on the road when you were climbing the mountain just now. It would be better to wear disposable gloves. During the second half of the journey, although Chenxi said, "I'm so tired, Juan, when can we reach the top of the mountain?" she actually ran happily. She either looked here or touched there. If she was not tall enough, she would pick a flower on the roadside. Chenxi put on disposable gloves obediently and continued to enjoy the food on the table. After eating and drinking, she sat here to rest for a while and asked Juan to massage her feet. Then she went outside to enjoy the scenery on the top of the mountain. The scenery was completely different from what she had imagined. There were no clouds within reach, nor endless sea of flowers. What caught her eyes was just an ordinary road. What are you thinking about, little cutie? Let's go and see the scenery at the foot of the mountain. The two walked to a place suitable for sightseeing nearby. This location was just right to see the scenery at the foot of the mountain and the city in the distance. Well, in fact, the scenery was not very good. After all, this forest park was just a small mountain, and the scenery was naturally not as good as other scenic spots. This was just the first step for her to adapt to the outside with Chenxi. When you can adapt to the flow of people outside and go out normally, I will take you to other mountains. The scenery in those places is much more beautiful than here. When they went down the mountain, they went down the other side. Compared with the scenery on the other side of the mountain, this side was obviously better. There were colorful flowers around the path, and you could smell a faint fragrance of flowers. There were also some unknown fruits, and I didn't know how they tasted. Don't think about it. If those fruits are delicious or edible, they would have been picked by others and would not be left here for you to see. If you want to eat fruits, let's see if there is anyone selling fruits nearby. No need to buy fruits. Let's go to the next place to see if there is anything delicious. It is almost noon now, and there are more tourists. When there are fewer people, Chenxi can still be more normal, but now she is shaking with fear. Juan, why don't we take the small path over there to go down the mountain? There are too many people on the main road, and it seems that the small path will be faster to go down the mountain. Now the flow of people is indeed much more than before, so Juan agreed to follow Chenxi to take the small path down the mountain. After walking for a few minutes, Chenxi was a little uneasy. What kind of crappy road is this? Which designer designed it? Couldn't they add a few more steps? The design of the path here is somewhat similar to stairs, except that it is paved with some stones as steps, and the height is a bit high. Every time she walks down, she will feel weightless, which makes her have to pay more attention and walk down diagonally step by step, for fear that she will rush down accidentally. Juan, please walk a little slower, I can't keep up with your speed. Otherwise, you can go to the stone platform over there to rest for a while and wait for me. I really don't know why Juan can walk on this step as safely as if he is on the flat ground, but I have to be careful. Is it because my legs are a little shorter than Juan's? Okay, then I will wait for you at the stone platform in front. Be careful when you come down, don't rush, you can come down slowly, we are not in a hurry. It took more than an hour in total, and they finally came to the pavilion at the foot of the mountain where tourists can rest for a while. I've worked so hard. I feel like I didn't exercise as much as I did this morning. I'm determined not to go out tomorrow. I'll just lie at home all day. It's a pity that you can't do it. I don't plan to take you home tonight. I've already booked a hot spring hotel. We'll rest in the hotel. The hot spring can effectively help you relieve fatigue. Tilder. Hot spring, hotel, is Juan planning to formally attack her? Will she accept it directly, or will she symbolically resist and then accept it? Juan is really impatient. It's obviously possible at home. So far, a wonderful misunderstanding has begun here. Little cutie, I have a bad news and a good news. Which one do you want to hear first? Listen to the bad news first. The bad news is that the way we came down is a little far from where we went up the mountain before, and our car is still parked there, which is not very convenient for us to go to the next place. What's the good news? The good news is that although our car is on the other side, there is a commercial street on the side we are going out. If we take the subway from here, we can get back to where we parked in about 10 minutes. Then let's take the subway back to where we parked. Doesn't that solve the problem? No, I mean there is a commercial street next to us, which includes a snack street. There are many delicious and fun things you haven't eaten here. Don't you plan to go shopping? Places like this usually have a lot of traffic, but this is also a good place for her to overcome her psychological fear. It's lively but no one pays attention to her, and there will be no one who comes up to chat with her. The most important thing is that there are many delicious foods she has never eaten here. Then let's go shopping, but Juan, you have to follow me closely, otherwise I'm afraid I'll lose you by accident. Then hold my hand, so you won't lose me. The two walked into the commercial street hand in hand. Chenxi felt that it was more lively here than what she saw on the internet, so she held Juwan's hand a little harder. Little cutie, do you feel a little hot now? Do you want to have an ice cream to cool down? The ice cream in that shop looks pretty good. It does feel a little hot, so let's go over there and buy 2 ice creams. There were no people queuing in the ice cream shop, so they quickly bought 2 ice cream cones with 3 different colors, and a small plastic spoon was placed next to them. Juwan, this ice cream is so cold and tastes really good, and the balls of different colors have different flavors. If you like, I can make some and freeze them in the freezer, and you can eat as much as you want. Or I can make some different flavors and pack them separately for you, and you can just take one out when you want to eat it. Really? Juwan, you are so nice. I think it would be better to pack them separately for me, so that I can just take one out when I want to eat it. If I do it myself, I am afraid that I will eat too much by accident. That's right, it would be troublesome if you, a little greedy cat, eat too much and get an upset stomach.